Okay. Welcome back, guys. Two Dudes and a Brew. I'm Billy.
I'm Alex.
And we just need... I just wanted to change it up. Because that's fun.
That was your change up?
Yeah.
Nah, I gotta put it in there. Because people were like, well, what did you change up? You cut it out.
I'm using my noodle. Not the one in my pants. The one in my head.
You really can't consider the one in your pants a noodle.
It's like a solid, like...
Is it like an elbow noodle?
It's like a solid little macaroni noodle.
Pre-cooked.
Yeah.
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 Producer Albany, you got any insight on that?
She's like, nope.
Nope. There it is.
She's not getting into that. All right, guys. So welcome back. For us, it's been a little while. For you guys, we're right on track.
Ain't shit changed
yeah,
for
we're
you guys.
right on track. For us, it's been super busy. We've had a ton going on, but we're glad to be back. It feels good. I feel the energy here. I'm liking it. Very namaste-like.
You didn't even say it right. Namaste.
I said namaste.
Namaste.
Now look here now. Down here in Louisiana, we got a namaste now. You know what I mean?
Damn it.
Shut up, Cam. I know you wanted that one. But guys, we are so glad to be back and getting back on the air and having some fucking fun. So what is our topic on today? Because I think it's you today. It is you today.
It is me today.
So what the fuck are you gonna tell me about?
That.
Wasn't that like Diamond Dallas fucking Page or some shit? No, that was RVD.
No, RVD was...
No, I think he did that.
No, he did Rob Van Dam.
Who did this?
I'm pretty sure sorority girls do that.
Or is it Illuminati?
No.
Okay, fuck it.
It's on the Bermuda Triangle.
That's fucking Illuminati as fuck.
No, it's not.
Okay, whatever.
Why is everything with you go back to conspiracy theories?
Because everything's a conspiracy.
Oh, well, good, because there's conspiracy
theories. We live in a fucking simulation.
There's conspiracy theories at the bottom.
We live in a fucking simulation.
Are you back on the thing that there are scientists looking at us and we're like...
We're in a fucking...
In an anthill?
Yeah, we're in like a little bubble, like a little ant farm. And they're just like... They're like... that one's doing butt stuff. Mark it down.
Okay, so you say that. You know how they always think that aliens want to anal probe people?
Yeah, where the fuck did that come from?
Did you ever see the movie Paul, where the alien like smoked and had been here for 100 years? It was like one big joke.
No, I didn't see that one.
Well, it was a comedy, so literally one of the parts of the movie goes, "Are you gonna like anal probe us or something? What the fuck can I learn from an anus? No, why does everybody think I want to check people's anal cavities?"
Did you know that you can get drunker faster if you drink beer through your
butt
butthole?
chug? Yes, I know, because Jack... Bless you. Jackass did
It's
it.
sinus season, bro. Sinus
And
season.
supposedly it goes into your stomach faster or a different direction, it's not recommended.
I mean, I think you
by
should
10
try
out of
it.
10 doctors.
I think you should try it. We'll dump like a whole like fifth of Jack D.
Well, wow.
We'll just let you.
I'll make you a deal. 1,000 shares.
Oh,
Billy will butt chug a funnel.
no! I'm not making that deal.
Why? You were trying to make the deal for me.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Really?
No.
Why?
I'm not. Fine.
What are you scared of?
Fine, fuck it. No, 2,000 and me and Alex both do it.
1,000 Billy does it. 2,000 we both do it.
Deal.
Deal.
We shouldn't shake hands if we're gonna be pouring beer into each other's butthole.
Probably. I washed my hands for the episode. What did you do?
Beat off. Just kidding. Sorry, Alex's mom. You have man cum hands.
You just made a term out of it. That's disgusting.
Man cum hands. Anyway, we need to get back. We're doing the Bermuda Triangle today. Alex, what beer are we drinking?
We are drinking Primal Breweries, Pojo. Somebody prove to me it's Pojo.
I mean, I feel like it's supposed to... It could be Pojo, because that's a weird...
Pojo IPA.
Okay.
That can is fucking wild looking.
It's got a lot of shit going on.
That's definitely what it's like when you watched cartoons and you've dropped acid. This is what you see.
I would assume. Yes, because it's insane. Well, get to talking about what the fuck.
Well, wait a minute. Pojo, like, do you call them jalapenos or jalapenos?
They're jalapenos.
Then why would it be Pojo?
Just like
really? You had one job.
It's on silent.
Not very well.
He also calls it salmon and quesadillas.
It's quesadillas and it's chicken vagitas.
Okay? Oh, it is fajitas. We said that at a Mexican restaurant one time. I thought the girl's head was going to blow off.
Dude, I went through speaking of like restaurants and funny names, I went through Chick-fil-A once, and I was with the Yeti Man. I've mentioned him a couple times on here.
Yeah. Shout out Yeti Man.
Yeah, so we're like driving through the drive-through or whatever. He's driving, and the guy takes his order, and he's like, "Yeah, what's your name?" And I'm not gonna say his name, but like he's like Yeti Man, like whatever. Like he said his real name.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What do you want?" And like, I don't remember. Number 1 large with a T or some shit. What's the name? I said King Billy.
And they have to write that down.
He literally like stopped writing and looked at me and he was like, "What'd you say?" And I was like, "King Billy." Now Yeti Man's in there going, like just rubbing his forehead. And he's like, "I'm putting it in there." So literally when they came to the truck to give us the food, it was like, "Yeti Man, King Billy." And I was like, yeah.
You know what that makes me think of?
What?
Did you ever watch the Minions movie?
No, I didn't watch the Minions.
Come on.
I've watched Despicable Me.
King Bob.
No, it's King Billy.
No, King Bob.
Billy.
Okay, I'll find that clip later.
Let's get back to the beer. Wow. All right.
The beer is Primal Breweries Pojo IPA. It's a 7 pint.
Seven? It's a 7-pack.
7.6 by alcohol.
It's a 6.7 there, dyslexic fuck.
Fuck.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Billy's right. 6.7.
So it's a little lower. That's all right.
70 IBU. That's the International Bitterness Unit, right?
Yes.
We decided that like 13,000 episodes ago, and we mention that every time.
Yeah.
They are, as you see, in 16-ounce cans, tall boys.
Well, they're not tall boys.
They're not tall boys, but they're tall boys for
Maybe we
craft.
call these tall boys, and then we'll call actual tall boys Bobs, which are big old beers.
Big old beers.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
It's a pretty cool can. The description on the side. Pojo IPA is a light-colored, medium-bodied American IPA with prominent hop aroma from
Sentinel. Centennial, sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Centennial hops added in both the kettle and fermentation.
And the fermenter.
It sounded better when I said fermentation.
You just wanted to say fermentation.
I know.
So
it's pretty cool.
We'll definitely obviously have a picture posted of the can, but the can is wild. There's
Did you see that it's brewed by Primal Brewing LLC in Huntersville?
Oh, dope! No, I didn't see that.
It's on the can.
Oh, fucking dope!
The area code caught my eye.
Oh, and it's been around since 2013, so it's still pretty young. Overall, well, I guess 2021. No, it's still young.
It's still young.
It's still pretty young, yeah.
Their logo's badass. Did you look at their logo?
Yeah.
Being a Viking and everything?
Oh,
it's
that
tiny.
is fucking badass, yeah.
I feel like we need to venture over here one day and like
we should
pop our
definitely
heads
do that.
in.
But like literally the can has got a picture. It looks like this, I don't know how to explain it. Almost like this skeleton, this hairy skeleton, like
It's
voodoo
like a troll.
doctor troll thing.
You know what it is? Remember the trolls that they had as kids? You could fuck with their hair, little baby dolls. Short arms. It looks like that with hair on its face and then the hand up.
Pojo or Pojo was actually like a demonic thing, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really? Producer Albany, fact check that, please.
It's
what is Pojo?
Pojo. I think it is like a some kind of like Hispanic demonic spirit thing.
I'm sure it is. I mean, usually you're at least in the ballpark of
I think
what
I'm
you're
close, yeah, because like I recognize the P in there. I don't know.
You can't like put the whole story together.
Yeah, it's like my brain's trying to connect it. He also has a sweet Fu Manchu. If you didn't look and see.
Oh, I didn't look. Hold on.
Greek?
It's Greek?
Hold on, what does it mean in Spanish?
Yeah, what does it mean? I'm pretty interested. I could be completely off. So.
I think you're wrong.
Oh, okay. So I'm completely off. But oh my god, maybe I was thinking like Poltergeist or something. Like I don't know.
Probably.
Because, ghosts are real. All right, so why don't we do the thing we like to do? Pop the motherfucking top.
We can do that.
Let's go.
Let's get it. 3, 2, 1.
Nah. Oh,
shit went everywhere.
Fizzy.
Mine's not as bad as yours.
Fizzy.
Shit, it's on my computer.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
We're losing, guys.
Producer Albany, give me your blanket. Oh, wait.
No, don't get the... No. No. You can't take the llama slipper. She will fucking murder you. Like, I've seen...
I mean, can I get a rag?
I'll take my shirt off.
No.
No? Why don't you use your shirt?
No. This is a nice shirt.
You're a fucking... Oh, yeah. I told you not to fuck with the llama.
I didn't fuck with the llama.
Are you kidding? It was a dot?
He was on my computer.
I should pour this whole fucking beer
because my
on your
computer will be
right
sticky tomorrow, and I don't like it.
now. So, now that brings us to...
Wait, I got one thing for you.
Oh, jeez, what is it?
You ready?
Yes. Is that what you've been doing over there the whole time? Looking for that clip?
I was looking for that clip on YouTube.
Jesus.
For anybody that didn't catch it on the first try, we will play it. Oh, God, that's loud. Hold on. I don't want to deafen anybody. Ready? 3, 2.
You're a fucking child.
I love the Minions movie.
So I'll make the first pour.
Billy's going to make the first pour.
And these are 16 ounces, so it's
16 ounces going in a 12-ounce glass.
So it's weird. Oh, that's dark.
Billy can get away with not still having beer in the can this week.
That's dark as shit. That's like much darker than I expected.
Producer Albany, can we talk about how he didn't even go to the top of the glass? No, don't rate it yet.
I'm just saying it was a good pour. There wasn't quite a bevel on it. But decent pour.
Thanks,
She
appreciate
said
it.
decent. You must have been nice to her this week.
No.
Yes, I was. This is rude. Here, Alex goes. Signature quick turn. And,
Oh, that's
oh man.
That died.
Yeah.
So yours went down. Like the head went
Yeah,
down.
it went
didn't
bad.
go up. It went the opposite way. I'm gonna say
Figures I can do it now and I'm fucking around.
I'm gonna say Billy wins this one.
Yeah.
His pour was
Well, that's the first one Billy's won in a couple weeks, ain't it?
Yeah.
That must sting a little
Did
bit.
you gonna rate him 1 out of 5 or?
Yeah, I guess you gonna stick with the program?
She was like-
or-
okay. I give Billy like a 4 and Alex like a 3.7.
Okay, it was close.
That's close.
It's close.
It's close.
All right. Well, cheers, my guy.
Totally got caught on camera.
Saw your butt. Your butt was on camera.
No.
I guess we. Well, yeah. Cheers, my guy.
Cheers.
Here we go.
Ooh, that's different. That's tart.
That's different. But it's not overwhelming. Like I can.
No, that's the thing. Like
So
it's tart at the beginning, but there's no kick in the ass at the end.
Yeah. So what me and Albany actually talked about the other night was with the local IPAs, especially like the younger ones.
Yeah.
A lot of times it feels like they just like to compete. They just pack it with hops, and like go over the top.
Yeah.
So that when you drink it, it's almost like this overwhelming like smell you get,
Yeah.
and then the taste just doesn't react well with it. And it's just because they're like, we got to get the best beer out there, like more hops. Like that's not technically the case. Like,
Well, and I guess I think we have a problem with the way we do this too, and it's not something we can change. I've always heard that beer is completely different in a can, in a bottle, and
Yeah,
off
it
the
is.
tap.
yeah, it is.
So it also, especially when you talk about craft stuff, was it meant to be canned? Was it meant to be bottled? Was it meant to be drank off the draft?
Meant, to be off the draft because they're made in local breweries that pour them from
Right there. Like I know
Yeah.
certain ones like Guinness, they say you can buy Guinness in the can and it has the stir. You'll never get a true Guinness out of a can.
You'll never get a true Guinness unless you go to Guinness. That's just honest.
There's one in Baltimore.
We should go.
So where I fly into in BW, I had to go to my parents' house. We fly.
Yeah.
The Guinness, my dad would know better. I want to say the Blonde Ale Factory is in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Like right off the Beltway. We tried to stop there one day, and of course, the one day of the week we went, guess what? They're fucking closed.
Yeah.
One day a week they're closed because they do tours.
One day we just need to like all travel to your parents, since your parents, or at least I don't know if your mom listens to this every week, but like I know your dad is like.
My dad listens to it. I know he does.
I
He
would
texts
love
me.
to go up there because he's got that big ass garage. I think it would be,
His big ass shed of shit that he doesn't do anything with.
and I think it'd be rad as fuck to go up there, set up, have your dad in on one.
We can do it in the barn.
Yeah, sit down, fucking. Especially, I want it to be snowing though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
How the fuck are we gonna pull that off? Jordan's wanted a fucking white Christmas 2 years in a row and it ain't worked.
We'll just pick sometime during the year to go.
We could go tomorrow. It's supposed to snow there tomorrow.
No, motherfucker. Fuck you. What's your dad's name again? I always forget names. I'm the worst, so.
It's my middle name.
I don't fucking know your middle name.
And you claim to be my best friend.
What's my middle name?
Edwards.
No.
Billy.
No.
Okay. Got nothing.
All right.
Jason's middle name isn't here best.
Noodle.
No.
We always call Mason Noodle.
It's Newell.
That's my grandpa's name.
Oh, I call him Noodle.
What's my first name?
William.
Yes, you got that right. Good job.
Yeah,
So what's your middle name?
Edward.
Oh, so his name's Ed. Oh, Ed. Yeah, okay. I'm there. All right. Whew. Sorry, Ed. Ed, if you want to be on
Remember
one of
that
our...
time he told you to quit fucking eyeballing his wife?
Oh,
Like the
yeah,
first
that was
3
funny.
steps he was in the door? That was great.
Yeah, it's cool. We hugged it out, though. It's all good.
I think we drank it out that night.
We hugged it, and then we drank it.
Like a lot.
A lot of White Zombie that night.
That some bitch gets down on some white zombie.
Yeah. So, Ed, if you want to join us for one,
You don't really have an option. You're going to.
yeah, your son's going to make you, so.
But that drags us right in to one of our favorite segments.
Yes.
Billy, what segment is it?
Bullshit of the week. We really just need to, like, cap that over and just have it as a transition.
I gotta find a sound guy that's worth a fuck then.
Yeah, you ain't worth shit.
0 shits.
So,
So,
what's your bullshit of the week?
I know it's gonna sound, it's first world problems. I know with a lot going on in the world, people are just dying to work, and please don't take this as complaining that I'm working. But this stack of papers,
You brought with you?
for anybody on YouTube that can see the stack, that's just I haven't even started.
I'm about to
with
say it. I'm going to count them out just while you're talking about it.
I love my job. I do. And this is our busy season. We've talked about it before that accountants have April, or tax people have April. We have January into February. It just won't stop. I went in on what's the count?
It's 7.
Did you get the little pieces of paper?
Oh, no, I might have missed it. It's close to 10 then.
Where's my little son of a bitch?
Is it still under there?
Probably. Yeah, there still are.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, you're close
I
to
love
like
my
10.
job to death. And there's some times where it's really laid back and I'm not really stressed to no end. This week has just been, I can't get ahead. I mean, so it's, when you start a day bad and you just look at you take a minute and go, today's going to be bad. There's no way around
Oh,
it.
yeah, dude.
That was yesterday. Or no, that was Monday.
I feel it.
No, yesterday. I had Monday off. Went and got my taxes done. Didn't get the number I was expecting. That all went to shit. And I went to my truck and went, this is going to suck. Today is going to be awful. I'm a list guy. Like, if I have a bunch of things I have to do, I write everything down before I start anything. Write everything down on a list. And every time something adds, I add them to the bottom and I get to that list. Say the list was 10. I got 4 things done.
Shit.
6 other things found their way in the door while I was getting 4 things done. Like when I left work the other night, I was like, I don't even know where to start. Because I'd planned on having today where it was kind of a in-between day. I had to go to a couple different customers and more or less check in, check on them, new teams, new stuff. A couple people I'd sold some stuff that I didn't need to check in on. Today went as planned. Yesterday, shit show. Like, at one point, I was like, I don't even think I'm going to go to lunch. I don't even want to eat. I just want to continue to work because I can't stop the bleed.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not complaining about being busy because I know a lot of people are struggling for work right now.
That's true.
And I get to do a pretty damn cool job at times. Just yesterday was not a good day. Other than that, I mean, it is what it is. It was a rough day, but again, it was one of those, my bullshit is it was one of them days where I knew it was going to be bad. It started bad. It didn't really end the greatest way. I was in bed at 8:15.
Bad, yeah.
I literally, and I texted Jordan this morning and said, look, yesterday was bad. It's on me. I didn't say anything mean, but I came home in a bad mood. Mm-hmm. It was not you. It was me.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best. I'm stressed out.
Yeah.
But we got through it. Today was better. I got to go to the gym. I actually got to sit down for a few minutes a day and do some stuff I wanted to do. We've got time to do the podcast tonight. And we're going to the racetrack tomorrow. So what the hell?
To keep it fun.
So Billy, now that I'm through, what do you got?
Okay. So kind of the same thing. Like, so I really lucked out and I had like 4 days off. I did the whole thing where you had like, I took the last 2 days off and then of the week and then I had Saturday and Sunday. Well, I guess it was. So I went into work Monday, killed out, that the rest of that pay period. I guess we get paid it's like first.
Aren't
to
you
the
guys
fifth.
paid weird?
Yeah, it's like we get paid from the 1st through the 15th and the 16th through the 30th and 31st. So
I've never understood how that makes it easier for accounting, because it always comes back to, it's easier for accounting.
no, it's easier for numbers.
Well, yeah.
At a dealership, you want to crush numbers by the month.
Yeah.
So they think it's going to motivate you to do more, basically. Anywho, so Tuesday, went to work, grinding out, doing my thing. I think, I've been dealing with, sinuses a lot lately. Me and Albany both.
Well, it's that season.
It's been sucking. I sneeze hard, I cough harder. It's just how it is. Not COVID, it's just sinuses.
Well, it's congestion season.
And it just keeps draining. Right now, I'm sure you guys heard me cough earlier. It's just this sinus shit.
Yeah, you can't clear it. Jordan's fighting the same thing.
So my eyes.
Yeah.
If anybody that knows me, my eyes sit low.
Yeah.
I look like Stony Baloney all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't even dabble in the fun. You know what I mean? I drink beer.
I don't even dabble in the devil's lettuce.
So my eyes are always squinting.
Yeah.
Well, last night, I've been putting eye drops in because of the sinuses. My eyes dry out and they fucking hurt. And I'm just over it. So usually what I do is put my eye drops in and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
So then last night I was putting my eye drops in.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed red, because you lift your eyelid.
Yeah.
So I noticed some red, and I lifted up even more, and blew out a blood vessel in my eye. I'm pretty sure it's from sneezing.
Yeah,
or
it's
coughing.
that hard jolt.
Yeah, and so right now, I don't know if you can see it, if it's probably starting to spread.
Oh yeah, it's working its way down. I can see where you actually blew the vessel.
Yeah.
But you can see it starting to spider down.
Yeah, and so hopefully, it usually takes 2 weeks, I guess, for this type of shit to go away. Mm-hmm. I don't know anything about it. I've never blown one out. So,
I've known one guy that had it that blew the side of his eye.
Yeah.
And half his eye was red and the other half was white, and it was we were all friends with him, so we could bust his balls about it.
Yeah.
But it was honestly, it's hard to look at you.
Yeah.
Because I keep wanting to stare at one eye. He goes, it's cool. You're the 19th person. At least somebody told me they're staring at my eye because of my eye.
Yeah, so I of course, people go into freak out mode. And me, I was that looks like a blown out vessel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember getting anything in my eye or my eye getting cut.
And you're not in pain. You're not blind out of that eye.
No, my vision's completely fine.
Yeah.
But today, I guess because, I noticed it and everything, it finally is setting in.
Yeah.
And it feels like I got punched in the eye.
Oh yeah, because your eye's sore now.
Yeah, and I've got pressure. It literally feels like I just have pressure above my eye pushing down because that's where the vessel is. So it's been this annoying thing I've been dealing with all day. And I was looking it up. I was do I need to go to the eye doctor? And then I looked it up and it was go to the eye doctor. They'll give you saline drops.
You can get saline drops at the grocery store.
What the fuck?
At the drugstore.
Why am I yes, I have insurance, but you're gonna immediately turn it around from just checking out the eye to make sure it's good to a procedure. And as soon as you put procedure there,
money.
I have to pay up. And I'm you know what? So, I told Albany and stuff. I was I'll sit on it for a couple days.
Yeah.
If I don't see any improvement or it starts hurting worse, because right now it's just this dull
it's just an annoyance, yeah. Right now.
And
well, you get one of two things. You'll either get let it ride out, and you're still going to pay a copay or whatever the bullshit is with your insurance for him to basically do nothing and give you something you could have gotten at CVS, or they're going to run you through a battery of tests.
Yeah.
That they could find something. But 9% of the time, it's going to be, okay, you're good.
Just wanted to check.
But here's the $800 in tests we just did that your insurance doesn't cover.
Yeah.
Have fun paying that.
So it's just all day today, it's just been this big news. I mean, I was able to work and get all my stuff done, but it's just this huge nuisance where I have to make sure I'm not rubbing my eye. I'm making sure my hands are always clean. And being a mechanic, that's difficult. And so at 4:50 today, I was I'm done.
So me and you have worked on cars forever. How good are you in gloves? So, two different questions there. How good are you in gloves? And if you do have to work in gloves, do you wear the mechanics thick gloves?
No, I don't wear mechanics thick gloves.
Or do you wear the black, almost tattoo
latex?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wear those.
I can't do shit with gloves on.
I don't do interior work with it on because I can't grab the things I need to grab. Most anything else, though, I'll do with gloves on.
And I know why the guys in the garage do it because everything's hot. Like, they come off track and they have to grab a tire off.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anywhere other than Daytona, you grab any 4 of the tires off, the rim's going to be hotter than an asshole because
oh, yeah,
they're on the brakes. The brakes are pushing the heat out. That rim's going to be hot.
Yeah.
The motor's going to be hot. Exhaust's going to be hot. I can't do shit in mechanics gloves. I can turn a wrench, but I can't feel anything. I just, a few years ago, finally got to use like the black latex ones to work on, which are better. I have a little bit better feeling. At the end of the day, I'm one of the guys that have to have, I have to just do it bare hand. My dad can work in gloves. Like legitimate gloves. I don't know how he does it.
I can do it, but like it's just, so like for me, it's like I have 2 sets of mechanics gloves. And then I have, where I work, we get latex gloves. Like, so when you run out, you just go to parts, turn them in, get a new pack.
Yeah.
But I have my big mechanics gloves for like big exhaust work or, you know, big motor work, not the little tiny stuff, like the stuff that's going to be hot as shit.
Yeah.
And then I have my latex, you know, for basic services, brakes, stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
dusty fluids, little shit that you got to put something on.
Now, when it comes to interior work, my gloves come off because a lot of the interior, because I do a lot of interior work, because I'm like my Super Yeti man, he'll attest to this. I'm a short dude, you know, short, compact. It's easy for me.
Yeah, you can get inside there. That's why all the interior guys in the garage are built like you or smaller.
Yeah.
Half of them look like children.
Yeah.
Because they can put them inside the car.
Yep.
And they fit.
Yeah.
Your 6'7", 300+ pound motor guy ain't going inside that car.
No.
Because you ain't gonna be able to get him back out.
Yeah, like when I used to work for another dealership that had trucks, I could crawl up and like sit in front of the motor.
Yeah.
And do all the work from inside, and everybody would walk over and be like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, it's the most comfortable position I've ever been in.
Yeah.
So,
because you're right on top of it. You can actually work.
Yeah, but my bullshit is just like, I hate little annoyance pains. Like, I know it was probably, I talked about it on another episode, but it was like a month and a half ago. I injured my foot and had to hobble on my foot for like 2 weeks. And like, even now, like, my foot's good, but like, I can tell, like, if I pull one of my toes up so far, I can feel that little twinge, and I'm like, I know you're there. You're there. So that's my bullshit, dealing with this fucking blown out blood vessel. I don't know if I'm gonna have to go get my shit washed out. I don't fucking know.
I've known five or six people that blew blood vessels, and I never heard anything past just other than, you know, like you said, washing hands and maybe putting a couple drops in.
And don't lift heavy shit. Don't strain.
Yeah, because basically you're putting pressure on your body. The blood vessel connects to the rest of your body, obviously, and it'll just re-break it back open.
Yeah. So, going off of that is our next segment, which we have enjoyed a lot. We've gotten into a lot of great shit.
For anybody that listens, my dad listens to this, and he literally texted me in the rush of shit last week and talked about last week's episodes, Would You Rather. They talked about it. They got the old style lunchroom. I think he plays on his phone at this point. Like, they still have the newspaper on the table and everything. And they talked about it. I guess somehow it got brought up, and the guys he works with, I've known since I was little.
Yeah.
They talked about it, and he said that they all agreed neck up. So
on age,
that was pretty cool that he brought it up at work, which he works with a bunch of laid-back guys. But the next one, Would You Rather? Producer Albany, Vanna White.
You want to do the little...
No? Even in your sweatpants and hippie shirt?
I'm gonna go.
Where's your Sherpa?
I'm going to go with this one. Just so you guys know, I'm not...
A note card.
Oh, sorry, is that college note card?
Sorry.
There's something on the back.
Yeah. Oh.
What?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just got
Sorry.
no
All right.
For anybody that doesn't know, Producer Albany is also attending college. Those note cards get used.
Shout out Producer Albany. She's been working her ass off, and she's actually pulling like double classes right now while being a fucking mom, and will be graduating this year from a university with her bachelor's.
Producer Albany, when are you buying the
fucking huge.
compound is the better question.
I gotta get rich first.
She's got to get rich first.
We're moving in.
So, guys, it is the Would You Rather question. As you can tell, I pulled it straight from Albany. I don't know what it is. Alex doesn't know what it is.
Albany doesn't even know what the fuck it is.
So we're going to go ahead, get right in. Let's see what this is. 1829 Al Capone. So, that's
the wrong side. That's the nose.
Sorry about that.
Whoopsie.
Alex, would you rather meet your favorite fictional character or meet your favorite musician? Now you have to say who your favorite fictional character is and then who your favorite musician is.
Musician?
Musician. It's a favorite musician.
I have to give one musician?
Just
son of a bitch.
The top musician for you.
I've already met him, is the thing.
Okay, meet him again.
Let's think fictional character. Let's go down that road first.
Yeah, go fictional. I think I know which one you should pick or what you should pick. And it's definitely the Minions because you're real into that shit.
They're cool as fuck. I don't care what anybody says. The Minions might be a kid's movie, but if producer Jordan was here with us still, she would attest. She comes home more often. If there's not shit on TV, I'm turning the Minions on. That was the first thing when she bought Disney Plus. I turned the Minions on. I love that movie.
So would it be the Minions or would it be
King Bob?
So is that your fictional?
That's my fictional.
Okay. So who's the musician?
All right, I've got one. It's going to be musician, and I'm going to say Eric Clapton. I grew up...
Have you met him already?
I have not met Eric Clapton.
Okay, so we're going with the ones that you haven't met.
Correct. We're going to go down that line.
I'll go that line. I'll go that line, yeah.
More interesting. I would... So I grew up... Everybody that kind of knows me knows I listen to heavier music, heavier rock. Heavier rock all the way through like rockabilly, which is kind of country music, bluegrass mixed with heavy rock, all the way to like Texas metal or Texas country, like Cody Jinks, stuff like that. So my dad always had me listen to blues. Like when we worked in the garage, we worked on the go-kart. My dad now listens to Grateful Dead like no other. But
He's
also,
a deadhead?
Oh, my dad's a...
Oh, Ed...
Have I showed you the video of him dancing on 8 or 9 white zombies at the Further concert? Or Dead and Company?
I've got the name for him.
What?
Ed the Deadhead.
Oh, my God.
Yes, Ed the Deadhead. We're going to have him on the podcast, and that's how I'm going to introduce him. Ed the Deadhead.
All right. We'll go down that road. I grew up listening to B.B. King, to Albert King, to Muddy Waters, Eric Clapton, The Police... I mean, the Black Crowes, a lot of stuff like that.
Gotcha.
There are songs that come on that I couldn't tell you who the artist is, what the name of the song is.
Oh, I know.
But I know it because he always had CDs, always had cassettes. So if I could meet somebody a musician I've never met before, it's going to be Eric Clapton.
So, based on that,
yep,
Eric Clapton or the Minions?
King Bob!
So you'd meet the Minions?
No, I'm meeting Eric Clapton.
Okay. All right. For me, this is so difficult. As far as fictional characters, so I'm gonna stray out here because it's fictional characters. So this can be movies, TV shows, this can be video games.
I already have a 50-50 guess of what yours is.
So if anybody has what?
I'm waiting to hear my answer because I know you're going there.
I don't think you know where I'm going.
I totally know where you're going.
I'm going with a video game.
Okay, well that's farther off than what I expected.
But no, this is my fictional. So I don't know if anybody's played the new Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The main character is Eivor. So that would be my fictional character.
Yeah. Because
if you played the game, you know, he's better than the motherfucker, dude. Like, I'm talking about the male version. There's a female version, and I've already beat
Aren't
the game.
you playing as the female version now?
Yeah.
Last time I was over,
I beat it with the male version of Eivor.
Yeah.
And I'm playing it with the female now. And speaking of, they just dropped a DLC I can't wait to get into. But
what does that mean?
Downloadable content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like a new thing, and then in March they're dropping this humongous one. Like, this one was like 10 gigs, And then I think the next one, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be like Call of Duty drop.
Oh, that's a big...
Like
that's
50
big.
to 60 gig drop.
You want my recommendation?
Get
external hard drive.
I know, I need to do
You're
it.
gonna have to.
But I would say it would be Eivor for my fictional character.
Okay.
Musician.
Oh. By the way, producer Albany, mad props on this one. This one's good.
This is good. I really do like this one. Well, see, so a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm super, super into like folk, bluegrass, dark country, like the shit you don't hear on the radio.
Yeah.
The shit you don't hear normal. Like, my favorite band of all time is Lost Dog Street Band, which, you know, unfortunately, because we were all supposed to go.
I think we have tickets to them.
We still do. Because I was about to say, I've actually been to one of their shows, and I talked about this. Actually, no, fuck that. I'm going to tell the drunk story on that right now, since we've.
It's your podcast. You can tell whatever you want.
I can say it's our podcast, my friend.
I have one thing for you.
What? I'm changing your answer for you. You're going to meet the Minions.
No, I just love that. I love that line from that movie.
But no, so, because actually this story has not been told since Dylan was here. But we had some issues with those episodes. I think those episodes are gone now. But, so I'll just tell that story again.
Just tell it.
So, Lost Dog Street Band. Favorite band of all time. It's a husband and wife. The husband, his name, his stage name, obviously, is Benjamin Todd. And then you have his wife, who is Ashley May. This is... This band is just fucking raw. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's very folky. It's very dark country. It's got a lot of heart behind the music, and that's what I love.
Like I say, I listened to, I think, 1 or 2 albums. I was out in the garage one day, and we were gonna go. We had tickets to that show we were supposed to go to.
You were trying to like catch up on.
Yeah, I was trying. I like to go to a show and be able to like sing along and actually know the words. Unlike the rest of the band, where they go, "Yeah, the chorus."
Yeah. So we got tickets. They came to Charlotte, and I was fucking stoked. I literally bought tickets the day tickets dropped. And, like, this is the type of band where when tickets drop, it's not like, you know, when Motley Crue in the day dropped tickets, it was gone in 2 minutes. It's not that type of
30-minute
shit.
kick.
No. But I wanted to be fucking sure I had tickets. Because it was a super small venue, maybe 150 people. Like...
Fillmore Underground?
No, we didn't go to Fillmore. We went to... What was that place called? The Blue... No, it wasn't... Oh, man.
Howlin' at the Moon?
No, it wasn't Howlin' at the Moon.
No, Howlin' at the Moon's the piano bar.
It was in Noda. Oh, God, that's going to fuck with me.
Is that Amos?
Wasn't it something about the moon?
Yeah, it was it's like literally on the corner of Noda, like like right down the way from Cabo Fish Taco. But
so Albany got her pre-concert dinner.
Yeah, but I was rushing her the whole time. So here's what happened. We went. Now mine is a Friday. I had to work Saturday, so I'm just going to preface that way.
I had to actually work the next day.
So she met me at work. We drove over there to Noda. Of course, finding parking in Noda is impossible. So I find this back gravel lot. Looks like I'm going to get fucking robbed. The only cars in that parking lot, what was it, Obs? It was like us, some like RAV4, and then this big white van.
Dude, that's...
So
when I park in the city, I find paid parking.
It was paid.
I will pay in the city because I do not want to lose my vehicle.
Well, so I paid to park, right? So I paid to park. Feeling good, like, all right, cool, we're here. Like, I'm excited. We went early because she wanted to go to Cabo Fish Taco. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, this is going to be great.
Yeah,
so
dinner,
we
a show, the whole deal.
We start walking up the sidewalk. Mm-hmm. As soon as we turn the corner... Here comes Lost Dog Street Band. Benjamin Todd, Ashley May with their dogs. I have never...
You went full groupie, didn't you?
I've never been lost for words. Ever. I literally nodded at him. Like, straight up was like, sup? I knew who the fuck he was.
I know that guy.
So now I was like freaking the fuck out. We go to Cabo Fish Taco. We sit down. I get a fucking PBR. And I think like a grilled cheese. I got some bullshit because I wasn't even caring about eating. I'm like, Yeah, chicken quesadilla. I'm like rushing her out the door. I'm like, we need to get there. I want to be the first one in line. So this is also in September.
Oh, you're sweating your nuts off
So
till the sun goes down.
It's fucking cold. So we're
What?
Oh, it was in February.
I was going to say, you said September. I said, fuck, you're sweating your balls off here.
I'm thinking about our concert. It was supposed to be in like October, I think. But
yeah, I think
anyway, so it was in February. So it was cold as fuck. Like, I think it came up on my time hop. It's like, it's either been the last 2 days or 2 days. Like, it was like 4 years ago, though.
Yeah.
So we're standing outside, like, fucking, I'm first one fucking line, dude. I'm like, this is
just
shit.
Kicking rocks
This
to get
is the
inside.
shit. Well, like, Ashley May, like, or Ben, like, walked out of the venue and was like, how's everybody doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
marry me.
yeah. So he takes off and goes to a bar. I should have followed him. You know, hindsight 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So then Ashley May comes walking up and she just stops. She's like, hey guys, how's it going? And I'm like, I love you. I love you. I love this band. Like, I'm fucking fangirling so hard.
Uh-huh.
Now, mind you, I had like 3 PBRs while we were at Cabo Fish Chaco. That was within less time than we're doing this podcast. So I'm already 3 beers
Yeah, you
deep
putting them back.
within like an hour.
Good for you.
We get in to the venue. And immediately I'm like rushing Albany to the front where the seats are because there's like a small amount of seats. Then it's just standing room. But I knew like, so it's not obviously not her favorite band. She does like them. But I knew she would want to sit down.
They're your favorite band now.
So I knew she wanted to sit down and stuff. So she sits down. I go get a beer.
Yep.
They're only selling doubles and they're only selling IPAs. So I get a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Okay.
Double. Well, that began a shitstorm. I drank 3 of those before the concert started because here's what's funny is the actual band before them,
Yeah.
their opener was called the Dead Cat. So you had the Dead Cat, then Lost Dog Street Band.
Oh,
And the Dead Cat was actually
that's funny.
the Dead Cat was actually a good band. I didn't know who they were. When I ordered my beers, I was hanging out with the band. Didn't even know it. Anyway,
Those are the kind of venues that I prefer.
because it's small, it's very
small, it's intimate,
yeah.
and the band hasn't gotten so big they forgot how they got there.
Yes. So I just, I'm now I'm 6 deep, right? If you're counting doubles and IPAs,
You're 3 sheets of the wind here. Saying,
yeah, already.
yeah.
Lost Dog gets on the stage. I'm like, first of all, we are fully supportive of the LGBTQ, like 100%. And the reason I preface that way is because, so there's a lesbian. I knew she was lesbian. She brought her girlfriend. We had talked. We all knew she was lesbian. Me and her, arm in arm, like my arm over her shoulder. My wife's standing right next to us, and I am screaming the songs with her. And Albany's just sitting there like, she was like, you dumb motherfucker. I know you're having a good time. That's
Producer
funny as
Albany,
shit.
did you or did you not get videos and or pictures and
I
or
got
both
videos.
of Billy just
She
getting
didn't.
after it?
I took them on his phone.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
So, anyway, it was more of a shorter set. I mean, I think we only paid like $20 for the tickets. Like, you're not expecting this humongous
You're
shit.
not getting an hour and a half set. You're getting what they got.
About
They're
45
giving-
minutes to an
They're
hour.
giving you the best they got.
I mean, we're fucking screaming. Me and her are screaming songs and shit. I am fucking blackout. Cause mind you, I'm still going back and forth getting beer this whole time.
Oh my God.
So, the last thing I remember before leaving, show had ended. I was standing at the edge of the bar,
Yeah.
probably 10 feet from the stage. So he's like Ben's like right there in front of me.
Yeah.
I remember looking at him. He looked at me and I pointed. No idea what I said. Yelled something.
Oh, you had the light switch effect where the lights go out?
Yep.
Oh, I've had that before.
Yelled something.
It's awesome.
So then here's the good part.
Mm-hmm.
Always like, you ready to go? I'm like, yes. So obviously, I'm not driving.
Oh, God, no.
I'm fucking talking my ass off all the way to the car. Well, if you know anything about me, I don't ride well when I'm drunk. We hop in the car. We start riding back. I roll the window down in
To get air.
February.
You're like a dog trying to get air.
And the air's coming in and I pass out. Boom. Like knocked out.
Nah, I'm putting that on Producer Albany. You do not let somebody that's shit-faced fall asleep. Because when they wake up, what happens, Billy?
Well, hold on. So we get... Well, no, because I made it all the way from Charlotte into Mooresville.
With the window, like...
All the way down.
the way
So
down.
she... This is where she made a mistake. She got the bright idea to roll the window up to where there was only about an inch to 2 inches
I
of
did that after you fell asleep.
open air.
It doesn't matter. The second that hot air hits you, you throw up.
Yeah, so...
It makes you nauseous.
She has to... She's like I'm laying there and I'm like sleeping and I remember opening my eyes and going to like throw up, just smashing my face against the window because I can't see. So now I'm trying to throw up out of this little hole. It's going down in the front, down in the back,
Damn.
puking everywhere.
Yeah, because you can't stop it.
Fucking dying. She pulls over in this little like, because mind you, the show was at like 8, so we were back by like 10.
Yeah, it's not that late.
Yeah. So she pulls over in a neighborhood. I just throw the door open. Like I'm dying. And Albany's having to like wave at the neighbors that are like walking outside. So she gets me home and I open the door and I'll just fall down on the fucking driveway. She's like, "You're not puking on the driveway. Get in the fucking yard, damn it."
Okay.
So I go to the yard. I'm puking. Well, then I
Are
have
you
to
on all fours just yakking?
dying, yeah. But then I had to take a piss, and she had gone inside to get like Windex and shit to clean her car. So I just stand up in my front yard, dude. I straight did like a 4-year-old, pulled my pants down to my ankles, and just started pissing. And my neighbor's on her balcony, and I just started waving at her.
Hi.
Albany comes out. Luckily, she's a dope ass neighbor. Albany comes out, and she goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" I just look back, like, and I'm like, "I had to pee." And she's like, "Get the fuck inside."
Okay.
So I come inside, go to the bathroom, don't know what the fuck I did in there.
Uh-uh.
Albany just went upstairs. Then there's a trail of clothes from the bathroom to the stairs.
Because you're hot now.
Yeah, so now I'm naked.
Yeah.
Go upstairs, jump in bed. By the time I got in bed, I was in the bathroom a long time. By the time I got in bed, I think it was probably 1 in the morning.
Oh, you fell asleep in the bathroom.
I guess. But 6 o'clock rings on the rings on her cell phone. And she just shoves me, "You have to go to work." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I go to stand up, and I fell into the wall. And I was like, "I'm not okay."
Nuh-uh.
"Where's my phone?" She's like, "I don't know." "Where are my glasses?" She was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Oh no!" So I literally put sweatpants on, hoodie, like I like waddle out to the car. I don't know where my phone is. I don't know where my glasses are. I'm driving to work like fucking 10 and 12, like
It's totally cool.
stop and get some fucking orange juice. Like, this is bad. Get to work, and when I went to get out of the car, I looked down at the passenger like floorboard, saw my phone. I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Grab my phone, hooked that motherfucker up,
Yep.
let it start charging. Obviously, I took Albany's car because I knew I had to clean it.
Oh, yeah. You're on the hook for that.
So,
You're going to detail that bitch.
and luckily we were not busy that day. I walked in, and my shop foreman, he's like, "You look like hell in a handbasket." I was like, "I feel like hell in a handbasket."
That's actually very descriptive of what
So
I feel like.
luckily, another guy at work, he had gotten pretty fucked up the night before too, and he worked in a different place, a different department. I'm not going to say his name or anything. You know, I don't want to get him in trouble. I went back there. I said, "Please tell me you have something I can sleep in." And he was like, I got a fucking S-Class back here, dude. It's got a massaging seats, heated and cooled, with blackout windows." I was like,
That's mine.
"Put it on the lift. I'm going to get in it, put it in the air, wake me up at lunch." He was like, "As long as you do the same for me at the end of the day." And I was like, "I got you."
Deal.
So I do that. I put my buddy up in the air. He sleeps it off. I pull Albany's car in. I find my glasses. I somehow shut them in the door. So they're just like tweaked.
Oh, they're done.
So luckily I was able to bend them back, do some like, mechanic shit, fix that shit. And it was bad. That is the most drunk I've ever been in my entire life.
So we went to a party for Michelle and John, friends of Jordan's, for their engagement party. Well, they went all out for their wedding. It was badass. They had an engagement party where they got, you usually get the air up floats for kids, like the bouncy houses. They got an adult water slide
Yes.
So it turned into playing flip cup into the adult water slide. Well, Jordan goes, we're a lot of drinks deep. That was one night I had to load Jordan up, like put Jordan in the truck first, put her shoes in, close the door, then go back and get the rest of my shit because I got to take care of her first.
Yeah.
And I got commended for that. Everybody's like, you took care of her, then you got all the rest of your shit. I said, I've done this before.
This is my first rodeo.
She goes down the slide because it's a race. She goes down head first. Everybody thinks she breaks her neck when she hits the fucking water. We get through. She's good. The next few days, she's hungover, and we're trying to figure out like if she's ever gonna be functional again. She keeps telling me her Oakleys aren't right. I bought her a nice pair of Oakleys.
Yeah.
The Oakleys, I took to the Oakley store or the Sunglass Hut and put them up next to the original pair. So, for anybody that doesn't really know sunglasses, your face has a natural curve to it. So, they naturally curve sunglasses and regular glasses. Her glasses were flat. The guy goes, what the fuck happened? These are flat. She had them on her face, and when she hit the slide at the bottom,
oh, so it just fucking
bent
flattened
them.
her.
He goes, how hard did she hit? I said, oh, dude. People thought she broke her fucking neck.
Oh, my God.
It was bad. I had the same experience with Blackstone Cherry, too.
Well,
went and saw them.
I like Blackstone
I'll keep it short. Went and saw them. We went to Rob Brewer's to get food first. Went to leave, and I held the door for the guy behind me, being a nice guy. Held the door. The guy behind me goes, hey, thanks. Not a problem. And I just stopped.
Yeah.
That's the bass guitarist.
Yes!
I still have the picture on my phone because literally it's the middle of August. Like, I'm sweating my nuts off. I was skinny in that picture too. Like I was really, I think I was down to like 235. I was skinny at that point. So we went, and of course I did the fangirl thing. I got pictures taken.
You got to.
And I was like, I knew who you were about 30 seconds after I held the door for you. He goes, I could tell. He goes, I get that off and on. Dude, it was the same thing. Then I didn't have words. I was like, I didn't even know what to say. Like, usually I can blend in. It's cool.
Yeah.
I try because of the industry I work in now. I try not to fangirl because I know they're just regular people. They're people too. They put their pants on.
Thank you, Producer Albany.
They put their pants on one leg at a time. They piss in the toilet just like we do.
It's just so
That's
fucking
the band
rad,
that I listen
man.
to consistently. That's the band I paid to see. They're at Rob Burritos getting dinner. Ain't nothing new. So I've had that before.
We got a little tinky going on in the mics. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway,
probably because I'm moving around.
Let me get back to. So that I just needed to get that story out. So that is my favorite band. But since we're choosing, I guess, not the bands we've met.
Yeah, you got to pick somebody else, dog. That was the description.
I said Eivor from the game Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah.
Or God, this is difficult. This is hard, dude.
I'm telling you, Producer
This
Albany
is the hardest shit.
Producer Albany knocked out of the park. Before you answer that, I think the Brew Crew needs to tell us who they believe. Send us a message. If it could be a fictional character or an artist that you have never met before.
Who and why?
Show your work.
Who and why? I guess I'll put musician-wise. Oh, God. I'm going to say Merle Haggard.
Okay. So you got Merle Haggard and Eivor.
Yep.
Which one? Now I got to pick. You didn't make it easy on yourself, so.
Nope.
Haggard. I mean, come on.
Eivor.
Really? I knew you were going to pick that.
Eivor.
I thought you were going to say,
I'm
what's
super
your
Viking, dude.
What's your Viking guy you love?
Ragnar?
I thought you were going to say him. That was where my bets were.
Yeah. Right now, I feel like I'm getting ready to be like fucking Odin with one eye. It's his fucking eye doesn't fix his shit.
Can we get you like a glass eye, but like get cool shit put in it?
Yes.
Okay. Producer Albany, write that down.
I think I'm gonna recommend that they pull that eye out, so I can be a pirate if I want.
Dog, I can do that.
Spoon.
Yeah,
spork. The perfect use for a spork.
No, the spork will fucking damage it. We'll get it out in one try with a spoon. Plastic spoon. We just pop Like, producer Albany's going to have to hold you down.
Yeah.
And it's not going to feel good, but it's totally going to be worth it.
I'm down.
All right.
As long as you let my eyeball hang down here for a while so I can just be
Well, I
funny.
gotta get pictures
and
of it
like,
first.
Mink, 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 mink.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, so, no, I'm just kidding. I'll go Merle Haggard. Fuck that.
Pick one. You've said both.
Pledge
now.
allegiance to the hag,
Thank
boy.
you. Thank you.
Eric Church
So-
out there.
I picked Eric Clapton. Billy picked Merle Haggard. If you have any would you rathers, please send them to our email at
Twodudesandabrewpodcast@gmail.com or
our messenger, our Facebook, text message, all the social fucking outlets. We got them all.
you know where the fuck we're at. Ain't no
if
fuck
you're,
around.
If you're listening to us, you know where they're at.
You know where the fuck we are. Ask your grandma. What's her fucking choice, huh?
King Bob.
King Bob!
King Bob!
I guess we should have put a warning in there, like, headphone warning. We're going to blow your eardrums out.
If
Fuck
you're listening
you.
with your kids,
Pussy cunt whore.
we are not responsible for any hearing damage.
No,
Probably
fuck
shouldn't
you
let
guys.
your kids listen to us either.
You sh-
That you listen with your child.
yeah,
Yes.
don't recommend you listen with your child.
That either.
But with the Would You Rather now complete, which I really fucking gotta say, that's a hard shout out to Producer Albany.
Yeah,
That was a
producer
really
Albany, you
fucking
need
good
to
one.
stay on that fucking hot streak you had going there.
And you know the usual send it out of screen.
That was nicer than usual.
Where'd
Usually
it go?
mine lands somewhere in my area. It went behind the really relaxing
No.
salt thing.
Salt lamp. This is salt lamp. Namaste, bitch.
Namaste.
So, Alex, before we go to the topic, I know, I'm there with you. We need to pop a tie.
Hey, producer Albany, come
She's
join
like,
us.
motherfuckers, I'm
at
trying to
the
read this
table.
fucking book so I can get my fucking bachelor's degree, but you motherfuckers, go ahead. Am I saying it all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. She said yeah. All right, ready?
Your
Well,
top's very hippie-ish.
it's very hippie. I like it.
Interesting.
1, 2, 3, pop a tie. I like it.
Look, no foam out of mine this time.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
My pouring first.
Yes.
First.
Forced.
First.
I'm pouring first.
First.
Hey, down there in Louisiana, you know, we
Why
pour
you
our
do that?
we pour our brews real good, you know that. Alex getting his pour going here. All right, he's going over. He's going over for sure. We gotta go over. There it goes. We got a waterfall. Yeah, you didn't get that gator. You didn't get that gator.
Damn it.
All right,
For anybody that's not watching on YouTube, it went over. Or doesn't
I
speak
think-
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so here we go. Let that pour go. Maybe I can just join you, and I'll just overfill
Yeah, come on,
mine
come
too.
join me.
I got
Oh,
scared.
no way.
I got-
Look how short he
Too much
came
head.
up.
It's too much head anyway.
It's too much head and it's way short.
I give you both twos.
Yeah, we earned that.
Yeah, we did. Whatever. Well, you know what I say?
Damn it.
Cheers, motherfucker. I mean,
Cheers.
cheers, my guy. That foam was delicious.
I say, did you get any beer on that one?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
No, but so one of our top fans, Jeremy.
Not Cam. Jeremy.
Not Cam, Jeremy. Cam's gonna love that. You suck, Cam. You need to get eaten by a gator. No, so
Big gator, little gator.
oh, big gator now. We gonna need that big gator, get him in there, you know, chomp him up.
Hey, producer Albany, when you guys
I
are
wonder
having a
how
happy
it-
time, if he uses that tone, that like dialect.
I wonder how a gator poops. Has anybody ever seen gator poop?
Producer Albany, can you look up for us?
Can you look up gator poop?
No.
She's not gonna look up gator poop. No, so
Are
Jeremy,
they like little long turds? Are they like chubby short ones? Or
I don't know.
no? Okay, we're not gonna get a look up on that one.
But wait, since like gators, you know, are from like the Cretaceous period, wouldn't that?
Crustaceous,
Yeah, like the prehistoric shit.
dinosaurs.
Crustaceous.
Crustaceous are from the fucking ocean. Crustaceans.
I'm really confused.
Move on.
No, so Jeremy was telling me he was like, yo,
Crustaceans.
you know, he's like, you know, I listen to every fucking episode. I was like, I know. He was like, you motherfuckers take so long to get to the topic.
We do.
He was like, it's all funny. It's all good. He's like, but I'm so fucking ready to hear about the topic and it takes so long. And I'm like, well, I think we're just working out the topic. Like, fuck a topic. We're just going to fucking talk through this shit.
You want to know the good news?
What?
It took us 1 hour to get to the topic.
We're not even there yet.
We're there.
We're not there. Are
Billy,
we
what's
there?
our topic?
Bermuda Triangle.
For everybody that doesn't speak Billy, that's the Bermuda Triangle.
Ain't down there in that Bermuda, you know.
No,
That
no, 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 no,
That
no,
Bermuda
no.
Triangle, you know. Is that that's where they lose them planes and whatnot, you know. I don't go on them big birds.
Thanks, Cam. You brought the voice back. You said something about using that dialect, and now it's back.
You said dialect. I'm so proud of you.
I said it before. You didn't catch it.
I should fucking lick you right in the nose hole. I love you. That was great. Thank you.
Lick me in this one, not that one. That one's like gobbed up today, and I feel
I'll
like
clean it out. You're good.
Oh wow, that was a promise.
Alex, tell me about the Bermuda Triangle, because actually all I know is that shit gets lost in it. I really don't know a lot about it.
All right, let's start. Do you know where the Bermuda Triangle is?
Bermuda.
Wow. 1 out of 10 being right, you're at like a 2 because you said yes, Bermuda, which isn't a fucking name.
I think it's like a cluster of islands, right?
No.
Oh.
Jesus.
What? I don't fucking know. I told you I don't know shit.
The Bermuda Triangle is a mythical section of the Atlantic Ocean roughly bound by Miami, Bermuda, Puerto Rico. 3 spots makes a...
Triangle.
Okay, making sure. I know shapes were not
Or like
your...
a star,
No.
depending on how you connect.
No.
Possibly
Not a star.
even like an oval.
Whose version of an oval?
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You
If
don't
we're
have
talking about Pocono,
you
but
just-
that's a triangle.
You just do this to it, and then now it's an oval or a circle. So it could be the Bermuda Circle. It could be the Bermuda Oval. It could be the Bermuda
Producer Albany,
Hexagon.
when your kids hit geometry, Billy is disqualified from teaching them.
I'm disqualified from teaching them since like kindergarten. What are you talking about? So
I hear little voices.
normal production here. So you said it's Miami,
Mythical section of the Atlantic Ocean roughly bound by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico,
Got you. Okay.
which dozens of ships and airplanes have disappeared. The area is referred to as the Bermuda Triangle or the Devil's Triangle, covered about 500,000 square miles of the ocean off of the eastern tip of Florida. So basically, you take the tip of Florida
Yeah.
out to Bermuda and
Okay.
San Juan and make a straight line down.
Got you.
That's the triangle. So, let's start here. Unexplained circumstances surround some of these activities include pilots of the squadron of the U.S. Navy bombers became disoriented while flying over the area. The planes were never found. Other boats and planes have seemingly vanished from the area in good weather without even radioing distress messages. So let's start there. Usually when a plane or a boat has a problem, the first operating procedure...
Mayday.
Exactly.
Mayday.
Little or not, you let whoever you're talking to know that you have a problem so they can
Shit's going
document it.
south. Yeah.
Whether it's something small that you end up fixing and you move on and you cancel the Mayday. That way they can get other vessels or emergency response moving towards you.
So you did Malaysian Airlines.
Correct.
Did they Mayday at all?
No, Malaysian Airlines never made it.
I just need to like refresh.
So it's a start of they never said anything bad was going on.
So they never Maydayed.
None of them.
Just like Malaysian Airlines.
Just like Malaysian Airlines.
Got you.
But Malaysian Airlines was where?
Malaysia.
And
Malaysia.
Way to go. Glad to see you listen.
How many episodes ago was that?
I've slept since then.
I know.
Theories have been proposed regarding the Bermuda Triangle. None of them have proven mysterious disappearances occur more frequently there than in other well-traveled areas. Basically saying a lot of shit happens there rather than other specific areas. You can pick those kind of spots in other places. That doesn't happen.
Got you.
People navigate the area every day without incident. So this is not something that you go in there and you're guaranteed to sink, to drop.
See, I thought it was. I thought they had like completely cut it off.
That's
because,
a TV myth.
Okay, so that's just a TV myth.
That's Hollywood or whoever you want to say building a story behind it. There are vessels that go through there, planes that go through there every day.
That's a
that
good
make
pour,
it.
by the way.
You know, it took you 8 fucking tries. There are planes that go through there every day, boats go there every day, make it just fine. That's what makes it weird, because the ones that didn't make it have commonalities.
Okay, got you.
When Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue...
1492.
There you go. I was waiting for you to give me the date. Sailed through the area, his first voyage, a new world. He reported a great flame fire, probably a meteor, is what they believe. Crashed in the sea one night, and a strange light appeared in a distance a few weeks later. He also wrote... No, there was nobody here yet. There are Indians here. Indians don't have lighthouses.
They're Native Americans. And
okay, you're right.
Just so you know, Scandinavians were here. So
they didn't have lighthouses, asshole.
Just saying, Scandinavians were here.
Producer Albany, you want to sit in the other chair? I'm done.
I'm just saying, there's been proof that Scandinavians
Here we go again.
or Vikings, they found that in Scandinavia there was a bloodline of Native Americans that could have only happened if Scandinavians or Vikings, because Vikings was a job, came to America and took the woman back to Scandinavia.
You good now? You got that out?
DNA.
Jesus.
What does DNA stand for?
Producer Albany?
I'll look it up. You keep
Look
going.
it up. He also wrote in his writings erratic compass readings. Perhaps that time silver in the Bermuda Triangle was one of the few places on Earth where true north and magnetic north lined up. So basically, for anybody that doesn't know how a compass works, a compass is based on magnetic pull.
Pronouncing that.
What?
Just looked up what DNA.
Deoxyribonucleic
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
It's in our bodies. That's how they figure out who you are.
Anyway, keep going.
You feel better?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
For me that doesn't know how a compass works, now please don't quote me because I don't 100% know. A compass works based on by the magnetic pull of north. If you line it up, you can screw a compass up. Like if you got 4 magnets and put them in all 4 corners of a compass, it would make them spin. Mm-hmm. It's all based on the magnetic pull because of the metals in the earth. Very simple. It really screwed Christopher Columbus up because that's how they functioned back then. Now we have GPS on our iPhones, and our iPhones you can tweet and run the GPS all at the same time, and yet we can't get vaccines out, but we can send messages across the world 6 times in 2 minutes.
Yep.
Outstanding. Unexplained disappearances did not really capture the public's attention in the 20th century. An especially infamous tragedy occurred in March 1918 when the USS Cyclops, that's really Cyclops, a 542-foot-long Navy cargo ship with over 300 men and 10,000 tons of magnesium ore aboard, sank somewhere near Barbados and the Chesapeake Bay. That's not a boat that sinks very easy or disappears.
Without a mayday.
Without somebody knowing. Oops. The Cyclops never called out SOS distress calls, despite being quick to do so. An extensive search found no wreckage. I got a quote here from Woodrow Wilson. Only God and the sea know what happened to the great ship. U.S. President Woodrow Wilson later said. So this big-ass boat, which is the size of a fucking football field and has more people than God wants on it, disappeared. Gone. No wreckage. Not a fucking sliver of evidence. Gone.
Shit.
They're going to be upset about that. That's a lot of boat missing.
That's a lot of boat.
In 1941, 2 of the Cyclops' sister ships similarly vanished without a trace along the same route.
Okay.
We got a problem. Boats are disappearing.
With a lot of load on them.
With a lot of shit and no evidence. So, here we go. A pattern allegedly began forming in which vessels traveled the Bermuda Triangle, which either disappear or be found abandoned. Abandoned's not good.
No, that's bad.
December 1945, 5 Navy bombers carrying 14 men from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, airfield in order to conduct practice bombing runs near the shores. But with compass apparently malfunctioned, the leader of the mission, known as Flight 19, got severely lost. So you got planes that are now getting lost because their GPS at that time, GPS, the original OG GPS, Sacagawea,
Yeah.
got lost.
Yeah, gotcha.
All 5 planes flew aimlessly until they ran low on fuel and were forced to ditch at sea. The same day, a rescue plane and its 13 men also disappeared after a massive week-long search failed to find any turn-up evidence. The Navy reported declared that it was as if they flown to Mars, quote-unquote.
So basically just fucking disappeared.
Gone. Now, mankind has not even gone over a quarter of the ocean.
Yeah.
Because the world's covered in 75% water. It's deep as shit. You can't get to it. It's
That's
darker
my
than
thing
hell.
too. Is like, I don't know about the whole like no maydays and stuff, but like hitting the water and how deep is it? It's like it could be so deep that we just haven't found them because they're too far down.
Yes, and therein lies the problem. If you can't figure out where it originally went down, you got no damn clue of where to start looking.
Yeah.
You can go on their path, but if nothing's floating on the water, where to drop? You got to find it. You got a really big problem there because how do you find something you don't know where to start looking?
Are we getting to any of the planes that, because you said a lot of planes, like even now, fly over with no issue. Have we had any like current planes that actually have black boxes and shit like that on it?
Okay, well, let's go backwards. Planes. 2017, May 15th.
Oh, wow.
Private MU-2B aircraft was traveling at 24,000 feet when it vanished from radar and radio contact with air traffic control in Miami. Plane wreckage was later found.
It was found in the Bermuda Triangle.
It was found in the triangle.
I wonder if it's like a wind thing. Like a crosswind at the coast.
Personally speaking, with no aviation background, no sea background, no background on how the Earth is really set up, it sounds like I'm going to use cell phones as an example. It sounds like it's a dead spot for GPS. That there's something in there you've created the perfect storm that somewhere in there, the way the Earth sets up, screws up navigational tools.
Yeah.
Well, understand, when you get on a commercial plane, you get on a private plane, you get on a boat, it's not like driving a car. There are no signs.
Gotcha.
You are following a GPS that is preloaded with where it wants to go. Commercial planes, you get to a certain height and they put on autopilot. They're following what that says because the clouds all look the same, the sky all looks the same.
So I have a buddy who actually listens to our podcast.
Mm-hmm. Who flies.
He's a pilot.
Yep.
So just like when this drops, my boy Casey, I'm not going to say last names, if you hear this, buddy, if you could just reach out to me and like let me know what you think about the Bermuda Triangle, that'd be dope. I'd love to hear it from a pilot's perspective, or anybody that does listen to us that is a pilot. We just don't know you are.
My dad's a pilot.
He's not going over the fucking Bermuda Triangle.
No.
I mean, I don't think my boy is either. But if anybody listening goes over the Bermuda Triangle, or if you're you sail on a ship and you listen to this shit and you've been through it, I want to hear personal experience of going through the Bermuda Triangle.
So let me go on this list. It's going to start, you kind of beat me to the punch. I'm going to start in 1945.
Okay.
1945, July 10th, Thomas Arthur Garner, AMM-3 USN, along with 10 crew members, were lost at sea on patrol seaplane. I'm going to go on the list of all the things they have listed here. 1945, December 15th, Flight 19, 5 TB-5 Avengers lost 14 airmen. Later the same day, BU number 59225 lost 13 mm while searching for Flight 19. So the plane that went looking for the plane that got lost. 1947, July 3rd, boarding, according to the Bermuda Triangle legend, B-29 Super Fornes was lost in Bermuda Triangle. No evidence was found.
Okay.
July 30th, 1948, And if I'm butchering these names, sorry. Avaro Trudeau Star Tiger lost 6 crew and 27 passengers en route from Santa Maria Airport to Kinley Field, Bermuda. December 28th, 1948, Douglas DC-3 lost 3 crew, 36 passengers en route from San Juan, Puerto Rico to Miami, Florida. December 28th, 1948. Oh, sorry, the same one I just read. January 17th, 1949. I'm going to start saying plane. Plane lost 7 crew, 13 passengers en route from Kinley Field, Bermuda to Kingston Airport, Jamaica. November 9th, 1956, Martin Marlin lost 10 crewmen off Bermuda. January 8th, 1962, U.S. Air Force KB-50 was lost over Atlantic between U.S. East Coast and the Azores? Azores. Azores? I don't know where that is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
June
Azores.
June 9th, 1965, U.S. Air Force missing between Florida and the Grand Turk Island. Last call from plane came at the point just north of Crooked Island. Oh, this is the one I want to read. On July 18th, 1965, so we're talking over a month later, debris from the plane was found on the beach of Gold Rock Cay, just northeast of the Acklins Island. So some debris was found, but it floated all the way to land.
Shit.
Just like I think the Malaysian Airlines flight, they found a little bit of debris, but not a lot.
Gotcha.
December 6, 1965, private EROC lost with pilot and 1 passenger en route from Fort Lauderdale to Grand Bahamas Island. So that's a private plane. Then we jump to 1978. November 3rd, 1978, Irvine Rivers arrived at St. Thomas from Croaks, vanished after being sighted by a control tower with no trace ever found. So the plane got within visual sight of the tower itself.
Yeah.
Probably made the lap because the runway wasn't ready, and the plane never came back.
So it just like, woo, because I've been on a plane that's had to make like the
Several
U-turn.
loops. Yep.
Just to come back and like hit the landing.
So they have to land a specific direction. I don't know if it's west to east, east to west, north to south. They have to land a specific direction because of air pressure, air, wind, to land correctly.
And you've also got to have a clear runway.
Correct.
So.
That plane was seen by the tower, told by the tower to make the lap, and the plane never came back.
That's fucking crazy.
June 20th, 2005. So we jumped from 1965 to 1978 to June 20th, 2005. Now, I'm sure there's a more in-depth list. The list I'm living off of, I'm doing the best here. Piper PA-23 disappears between Treasure Cay Island, Bahamas, and Fort Pierce, Florida. 3 people were on board. April 10th, 2007, Piper PA-46 disappeared near Berry Island after flying into a level 6 thunderstorm and lost altitude. 2 fatalities were listed. Now, that one's an outlier because you could say, okay, you went into a hard storm. It's not a big plane. Maybe it came down in the water.
Yeah.
That's the only kind of outlier because you hear a lot of these that are, it was great conditions. It was sunny and 65. The wind wasn't outstanding. There was no fog. February 23rd, 2017. So we jumped another 10 years from 2007. The Turkish Airlines flight TK-183 and Airbus A330-200 was forced to change direction from Havana, Cuba to Washington Dulles Airport after some mechanical and electrical issues occurred over the triangle. So this one didn't crash, but it had random issues that caused it to have to divert.
Gotcha.
I would assume Washington Dulles would be the one in Maryland. I don't know why they go all up the eastern seaboard, but that plane may have been too big to land anywhere but a international airport.
Gotcha.
And then we've got the May 15th, 2017 private aircraft, 24,000 feet, vanished from radio contact and air traffic controllers in Miami.
Okay.
So that's all your air incidents that I have on this list. I'm not going to go over like I did. I'm going to nitpick a couple of these.
Okay.
October 11th, 1492, Christopher Columbus, Santa Maria, saw lights before landing.
Santa Maria! You know where I get that from?
Where?
It's a baseball announcer. Like, all right, so, guys, I'm very into video games. This is a video game night. But I downloaded MLB 19, the show. Fucking, I guess 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever. And it was free.
Yeah.
And if you hit home runs, there's one announcer who will be like, Santa Maria! Like,
Interesting.
sorry, I just threw that in there.
That was something new.
I mean, I just had to put it in there.
Had to put it in there.
Do you like sports games?
I used to play Madden every year. I used to get the new Madden every year. I used to get baseball every year. I just play Call of Duty at this point.
Okay.
I'm a
Didn't
Warzone
mean
guy.
to pull away from the topic, but you said Santa Maria, and that's what pulled me there.
1800.
Twodudesandabrewpodcast, welcome.
Welcome to where we get lost in our own conversations.
I'm a little bit intoxicated, I'm not going to lie.
I saw producer Albany roll her eyes over my
Well,
head.
like, I cut out drinking, like, during the week,
Yeah.
and I haven't drank, and so, like, we had the Miller
We had the Miller.
for the live,
Yeah.
and now we're too deep on these, and honestly, I want, like, 2 more. I'm just going to say that.
It's pretty tasty.
Go for it.
1800 USS Pickering on course to Guadalupe to Delaware. Lost with 90 people on board, possibly lost in gale. 1814 USS Wasp was last known position in the Caribbean, lost with 140 people on board, possibly lost in a storm.
Jeez.
So that one had some weather involved. USS Wildcat on course from Cuba to Tompkins Island, lost with 14 people on board. Lost in gale with 31 on board. I don't get why that was. Oh, they must have had people deboard. They must have dropped people off and had a
Yeah.
second spot to go. 1840, Rosalie found abandoned.
How the fuck you gonna find a ship abandoned? Like,
Well, understand if they make a decision at some point that the ship is going to go down, you abandon.
but it was still floating.
It could have been human error. You're talking 1840.
That's true. All right.
So
Yeah.
the technology wasn't what it is today.
Gotcha.
There could have been a
They hit a
decision
big
made.
storm. Or they see a big storm. And they're like, "Hey, lifeboats, bail out now."
All right. 1918, USS Cyclops, or back to Cyclops, left Barbados on March 4th, lost with all 306 crew and passengers en route to Baltimore, Maryland.
Jesus.
You're losing. This isn't somebody's yacht with 6 people on it.
No,
This isn't private shit. This
big.
is military. 1921, Carol A. During,
Durham?
5-mast schooner
Durham.
Captain W.B. Warbaugh found aground and abandoned at Diamond Shore near Cape Harass, North Carolina.
Ooh, close to home.
So it was found abandoned.
A lot of abandoned.
What if there's a sea serpent?
Free Willy?
Like a dragon.
No, we're not going down the
There's
dragon.
a sea dragon.
Stop it.
There's a sea dragon.
A sea dragon.
A sea dragon?
That's of all things
With a
in the
9-foot
sea.
dong?
Wow.
Oh, dude, this is it.
Okay.
Oh, man.
December 1st, 1925. SS Copaxi, having departed Charleston, South Carolina 2 days earlier, bound for Havana, Cuba, radioed a distress call reporting the ship was sinking. Let me finish. She was officially listed as overdue on the 31st December. So 30 days later. In 1985, a unknown shipwreck was found off of St. Augustine, Florida. In 2020, it was identified as the SS Copaxi. So basically, that was a lot of information. Ship left from Charleston.
Gotcha.
A distress call was called in that it was sinking.
Which is good.
It was listed
Not good that they're sinking, but good they called in.
as overdue 30 days later. So basically, they let them know we're sinking. Ain't really a whole lot you can do when it's sinking.
Yeah.
You're not going to get there quick enough. Eventually, they found an unknown shipwreck, which is what they'll do. They'll start trying to find anything that's on there that's patented, any kind of serial number.
Just a number, yeah.
In 2020, it was identified as it. Go ahead, Billy.
So I actually texted my pilot buddy.
Yeah.
And I said, thoughts on the Bermuda Triangle, currently recording an episode on it from the pilot perspective.
Uh-huh.
And he said, I honestly don't know much detail about it. I know back in the day there was some unusual phenomena that happened with navigational equipment in the area, and some pilots reported to have traveled extraordinarily far distances in a short amount of time. So almost like
they jumped.
Time travel type shit.
Yeah.
He says that also, as you know, there are many aircraft reportedly lost in that area, and some dropped completely off of radar inexplicably, which is completely unheard of.
Correct. You can, so for anybody that doesn't understand, radar, you can drop below radar. 9/11 was one of the instances where when we lost planes, the first question was, did they drop below radar? Because radar only works at a certain number of feet up in the air.
Yeah. Because I think it's based. Is it because is it based on like satellite
based
radar?
on satellite.
Yeah. So like you got to be so high
for them to actually see you.
Yeah.
When you get on a commercial plane and take off, they don't have you on radar until you hit a certain altitude.
The actual altitude. Got you. Anyway, continue.
So yeah, it's a phenomenon to be running it.
Thank you, Casey.
Yeah, Casey, thank you.
Hitting us back up. Appreciate that very much.
It's a weird thing. You can't just, by the way it's built, you can't just drop off radar. You're at 30,000 feet at 1 minute, and all of a sudden no longer on radar. It doesn't work that way.
That's not how that fucking works.
Even if
there's got to be a block.
Even if you were in a nose down pitch like the planes dive bombing, you're still going to see them drop altitude once they drop off. You don't just drop off radar.
No, gotcha.
And that's not like based on a GPS. That's based on they can see that in the sky.
Well, like you said, it could be like super cell phone. He just texted me back because I was like, thanks, dude. Just recited it on the podcast. He sent 2 thumbs up and said, I'm going to be famous.
You're famous in our book,
You're
buddy.
famous as fuck, Casey. I love you, bud. You know what we're going to do? Here's what we're going to do.
Huh.
We're actually going to do a Marco Polo to Casey because he did help us out.
I mean,
I got to do it.
Yeah.
I can't not.
We're going to do
it.
a live Marco Polo.
A live Marco Polo.
A live Marco
Casey,
Polo.
Thank you so much, dude, for reaching out and hitting us up. Just so you know, everybody is watching us on YouTube and listening on Apple and Spotify and all the cool places.
Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Producer Albany, smile in the background.
I was like reading. I didn't know.
Thanks, buddy. We love you. Keep rolling.
All right.
Oh, man, this thing's making me burp.
1941, USS AC-9 lost 58 persons on board in heavy sea. Departed from St. Thomas and the Virgin Islands. It was a cargo of, I don't even know what that is, on November 23rd. The following month, her sister ship was lost with 61 persons on board, have also departed St. Thomas with the same cargo on December 10th. According to research by Rear Admiral George Vanderis, U.S. Navy, who is familiar with this type of ship from their search sorry, I got all lost.
You're good.
Was familiar with the ship from their service in the U.S. Navy. Cargo would have seriously eroded with longitudinal support beams, these making the aged and poorly constructed extremely vulnerable to breaking up in heavy seas. So basically, I know that was all chopped up because I can't read.
You're good.
Basically, the way the ship was built, heavy seas would have been very dangerous for a ship of this build.
So
it wasn't built for rough ocean.
It could be chalked up to like just bad.
You went into
storms.
a storm,
yeah,
and the ship's not built for it.
Gotcha.
It's gonna go down.
Okay.
So you got 2 or 3 ships that
I was say, you can
really aren't built.
You can kind of write
that.
those off. I mean, not write them off. Obviously, the life loss is terrible, but you can write them off as being part of the conspiracy.
Correct.
Gotcha.
1958, a 43-foot yawn was lost by the owner Harvey Conover and 4 others between Key West and Miami in a hurricane. The only trace was a 14-foot skiff near Jupiter, Florida. So it's weird to not find any wreckage. There are certain items that will float on a boat, obviously, that will float once it's sank. 1963, SS Marine Serpil Queen lost 39 crewmen having departed Beaumont, Texas on February 2nd with a cargo of 15,000 tons of sulfur. She was last heard from on the 4th of February when she was in Rough. Damn, whoever wrote this is goofed up.
Probably like rough seas.
Yeah, I'm going to say rough is just a term for rough seas. Nearly following seas of 16 foot, the northerly winds of 25 to 46 knots, which anybody that doesn't know knots, that's a hell of a kick you got going there. And listed as missing 2 days later. The Coast Guard subsequently determined the ship was unsafe and not seaworthy and never should have sailed. The final report suggested 4 causes of the disaster, all due to poor design and maintenance of the ship. So basically, they kicked it back to that ship should not have been in those kind of waters and should not have been that kind of weather.
Yeah, gotcha.
Which is, makes sense to a point. You don't take a 2-wheel drive car into a 15-foot blizzard. It's understandable. They do a lot of checks. I know my dad, when he flies, always has to check the weather.
Oh, dude, they have to check
things.
everything. Everything has to be like tacked off.
Yeah, this is not just jump in the boat and take off.
Yeah, agreed.
These things are there's people that have jobs to do this. January 12th, 1980. HMCS St. Laurent sank off Cape Horatius, the closest point to North American mainland to Bermuda. The ship took off on water after incurring the tail end of a hurricane. So we're kind of starting to run into some weather-related stuff.
Can we get to the fucking conspiracies?
Listen, I know you're urging for the conspiracies. Let's get to the right information first.
I have to
before
pee.
you start blaming aliens.
I have to pee.
Go on. I'll finish on my own.
Huh?
3-5.
I'll hold it. Just keep going.
We got another half hour to go. Go pee. I got it.
Actually, we're gonna bring Albany in. She can.
Producer Albany's gonna fill in because Billy has a child's bladder.
I have a child. I can't
Come on,
help
babe.
it, dude. I have to pee.
My next co-host will actually have a bladder.
Are you firing me from my own podcast?
Yes. In your own house.
I mean, I've been here the whole time and haven't had to pee once because I'm not 2.
How's your book?
I mean, it's actually pretty good. It's a book that I have to read for school.
None of our podcast people care.
No. Asshole.
In late July of 15, 2 14-year-old boys went on a fishing trip in their 19-foot boat. Despite the 15,000 square nautical mile search by the U.S. Coast Guard, the pair's boat was never found. A year later, pair's boat was... What the fuck?
All right, come on, Alex.
Despite the 15,000 square nautical mile search by the U.S. Coast Guard, the pair's boat was found nearly a year later off the coast of Bermuda. 2 boys were never seen again.
You said 15-year-olds?
Yeah, 14-year-olds. Not the best idea to be in a boat in the ocean.
Yeah, I mean... also, quick question.
Yes,
ma'am. Did you type this up yourself or did you copy and paste?
I copy and paste.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can tell because you can't read it.
I did this research
actually,
weeks ago.
I have a hard time reading my own writing a lot of times.
I can't read, period.
Me either. It's fine. All right.
I was brought on this show for comedic relief and editing, not reading.
Yeah, well, you're not good at any of the above, so...
You have Audacity on your computer. You can edit it.
You were mean to me. I can be mean to you back.
This is true. I'm not that mean.
You were.
Are you sure?
I'm back!
And drunk.
I need wine.
I was going to sway it off.
All right, last one. 2015 SS El Faro with 33 crew aboard. Not Fargo. Faro.
He said El Fardo.
It's much more interesting
He's
than Fargo.
stupid.
SS El Faro, with a crew of 33 aboard, sank off the coast of the Bahamas within the Triangle on October 1st, 2015, after sailing into Hurricane Joaquin. Search crews identified the vessel 15,000 feet below surface.
Damn.
So, the sea one kind of kicks us more into, how do I want to say this? Into weather-related anomalies.
Yeah.
But still, it's a lot of things that seem to happen there. It's not good. And there's a chart that we're going to go through that kind of show how many different things have happened.
Okay, so I have a question because I was reading and not listening, and you may have already covered this.
Yeah, we love you too. Thanks for listening.
I'm sorry. But I know that you did a plane, one about like a plane. Was it the one?
MH370, Malaysian Airlines. Thanks for listening to the podcast.
No, I'm talking about on Bermuda Triangle. You did.
Yes.
Yeah. So, was it the one about the flight, like the guy that was in training?
That was Malaysian Airlines.
No.
The one that was in training?
Okay, so there's like one about the Bermuda Triangle. It was this guy who was in training, and so what they do, like before they get their pilot's license, they have this like thing that they had to fly on, and this was back like way long ago. And they have like an instructor who flies with them, whatever, like. So anyways, this guy got lost, like he couldn't figure out where he was at. They don't know what happened, like his compass quit working. They had like 3 means to figure out the direction that they were going in, and it should have been really easy because they like go straight out and then they turn around and come back. Mm-hmm. But he got disoriented and confused and didn't know where he was going because his compass wasn't working, like everything anymore. Quit working, which is unheard of. It's just like there's a gravitational pull or something right there.
They have like 5 different like GPS things to use.
Yes, usually
this was before like GPS tracking, so
this was in 1945.
Oh, did you look it up?
I looked it up.
Yeah. So now that you have the notes, you can probably tell the story a little better than I did because I'm just sort of
I'm going to give the base of it
because
producer Albany brought something to the table tonight, Billy. Proud of you.
I'm down with it. She is full of fucking knowledge.
Producer Albany, thank you for your time, but I have one thing I have to ask of you.
What's that? There's no more?
No.
You got to try the beer.
Oh.
You sat at the table, my dear.
And she's trying it, and we're going to I guarantee it's going to be a hard no.
Squishy face. Squishy face.
It's actually not terrible.
Oh, wow. Terrible. That's good. That's good.
It's hoppy, but
it's hot, but it's not. But like we talked about, it's not.
The longer it lingers,
you're going to need some Kendall Jackson after that one. All right. So what producer Albany is talking about, if I'm wrong, I'm really sorry. Flight 19 was a designated group of 5 General Motors East Aircraft Division TBM Avenger torpedo bombers that disappeared over the Bermuda Triangle December 5th, 1945, after losing contact during a United States Navy overwater navigation training flight from Naval Air Station, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Producer Albany's nodding. Yeah, that's sounding right.
That's right. That sounds right.
Yeah.
It sounds correct.
All 14 airmen on the flight were lost. All 13 crew members were subsequently.
So everybody went out on their own.
Yes. So basically, like producer Albany said, a group of trainees went out. This was supposed to be one of those things where you let them do a task on their own, but the dice are loaded. You already know what the answer is, how long it should take, where they're going.
That's so fucked up.
It was the last training flight of the day, too.
But if it was 1945, we've talked about stories that started in like 18 or some shit?
1800.
1800s? Wait, when was the first plane built?
Ooh, fact check.
1905, I believe.
No,
I'm not sure. Was
before
it
that?
Because it was North Carolina, right?
Yeah, the Wright brothers.
The Wright brothers, yeah.
All 14 airmen on the flight were lost. All 13 crew members that launched from there were lost as well. Oh, sorry. All 13 crew members of the Martin PMB Marine flyboat that subsequently launched.
Oh, okay, so 1903 was actually the first flight. But like,
really?
So we're talking 1945, you said.
Talking 40 years later.
40 years later. So there's been multiple instances of shit happening in the Bermuda Triangle,
Correct.
and you thought it was a good idea to send all the trainees out
Gotta learn.
to
That was their
to fly in the Bermuda Triangle.
Gotta
that
learn.
was their path. Everybody did it. That
Everybody
was
did that
their
training.
All right.
Here's something that throws a little bit of a wrench into producer Albany's story. The PMB aircraft, PBM, Jesus, my fucking brain's not working tonight. Aircraft was known to accumulate flammable gas vapors in its gaskets, and professional investigators have assumed that the PBM most likely exploded in midair while searching for the flight. Navy investigators could not determine the exact cause of loss of Flight 19. So the plane went missing. The plane is known to have problems.
Hold on. What? What'd you say, producer Albany? As soon as you started saying that, she was like getting like cockeyed on it. Hold on.
Okay, so I don't know if that's the exact one. I know it could be. I don't know, but I listened to a podcast about it. I listened to Supernatural by Ashley Flowers. If anybody's
She does a
interested.
hell of a job, too.
She does a really good job. Alex doesn't like her because she's monotone, but I like it because
Dude,
it's like straight up storytelling. But she was talking about this flight that went out, and they did say something about the gases that could make, like, if they seeped into the aircraft, like, they could make people hallucinate. But they did have communication.
Just like
With each other.
carbon monoxide.
Yeah. So they had communication amongst each other, like, in the planes, and they kept telling the guy, like, they were, like, if you lose all sense of communication, follow the sun or something. Like, it'll follow
they're
something.
giving you one point to look at.
And it'll bring you back here. So he flew, like, for miles and miles and miles and never found the coast of Florida. And so he was like, maybe even if I flew north or south, like, it doesn't matter. I'd still find some coast going on here. And so he thought that he flew into the Gulf of Mexico because he was going too far. And so he turned around and went back. Eventually, he ran out of gas. Like, all of them did.
Yeah.
Because he had this, like, crew following
He
him.
had a battalion with him.
Yeah.
All right, interesting.
I've got a chart here I want to read off, and it's going to be kind of rapid fire here. So the chart is year, type of incident, number of fatalities, survivors. We're going to on this list. I'm going to get through it as quickly as I can. We're going to start with air. Again, I'm going to read the year, number of fatalities, number of survivors. With the starting in air. 1945, 12 fatalities, 1 survivor. 1945, air. 14 fatalities, no survivors. 45, 13 fatalities, 0 survivors. 47, 2 fatalities, 18 survivors. So you got 1 to the good there. You got more back than you lost. 48, 33 and 0. 48, 39 and 0. 49, 20 and 0. 56, 10 and 0. 65, 2 and 0. 05, 3 and 0. 07, 2 and 0. 07, 2 and 0. 17, 3 and 0. 19, 7 and 0. 19, 0 and 3. So you had 3 live, nobody died. 19, 0 and 3. That's all your air ones that this list has.
Yeah.
So as you see, the older ones, unfortunately, it was one of them things that you crashed. There weren't a lot of
But
there weren't a lot of tools.
It didn't mean shit whether it was a big crew, small crew.
No. The numbers seemingly, other than the one outlier you had in 47 where you had 2 fatalities, 18 live, which means they were probably pretty close to the coast, you died.
Gotcha.
We're going to go over to C. Same thing. 1800, 90 and 0. 1814, 140 and 0. 24, 31 and 0. 1918, 306, 0. 41, 58 and 0. 41, 61 and 0. 63, 39 and 0. 2015, 2 and 0. 2015, 33 and 0. The last one I don't really understand. It's 1969. It's labeled land, 2 and 0. I don't know how that one plays in, but it's in part of the chart. So at the bottom, I've got number of fatalities and survivors totaled up.
Okay.
924 and 25.
Shit.
Now, just to play devil's advocate, because we enjoy doing that here, there are about 500 of the 900 in 3 different incidents. A C1 in 1800 at 90, a C1 at 1814 at 140, and a C1 at 1918 at 306. So that's a pretty large number in 3 C incidents. But 924 with 25 survivors. So that's going to cause stories, a legend, something like that in that location.
Gotcha.
So,
Conspiracy theories?
would you hold on?
I'm so excited.
We've gotten through all the information we have, that I have, for this episode on the Bermuda Triangle. Hey, producer Albany, guess what we're going to get into now?
What?
Billy's favorite thing.
Conspiracy theories of the Bermuda Triangle.
If anybody doesn't know,
oh, sorry.
when I told Billy about this earlier, his first thing was like I could hear him without him saying it. I knew he couldn't wait to get into this conspiracy theories.
That's all I've been waiting for.
And that's why I give him kind of loaded dice on some of these topics, because I know that we'll talk about conspiracy theories all night. Number 1, methane gas. Some people believe methane gas is responsible for bringing ships and planes to their watery graves in the triangle. It has been proven that sizable amounts of methane gas exist in some spots of the ocean floor. Basically, the methane gas can push through the water, go up in the air. Methane gas can cause problems.
Yep.
It has no smell. It has no sight to it, just like carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
It'll kill you without even knowing. If the gas is released in the water, some experts believe it could sink ships, even causing planes to crash, and it could potentially happen rapidly in just mere seconds, which wouldn't allow those on board to radio for help in time on abandoned ships.
Okay.
So basically, we're blaming a methane gas pocket, which isn't far out. There are spots in the earth that they have found where there are gas releases from inside the Earth's core.
Well, I feel like there's got to be, right? Or it's just like a pressure cooker. Like, it's going to
Correct.
fucking blow.
It's going to find its way out somewhere.
Yeah.
Just like a volcano, it's going to find a way to release pressure, or eventually the whole thing implodes. So methane gas isn't the wildest thing we've ever heard. This is the part you'll like. Wormholes.
Yeah.
For scientists, the fictional enthusiasts, the wormhole theory holds a lot of appeal. A wormhole is essentially a space-time shortcut that could, in theory, even potentially allow time travel. Although wormholes haven't been proven to exist yet, it hasn't stopped them from being thrown about as a Bermuda Triangle theory. Some people believe the wormhole explanation as a reason why many vessels aren't found after crashing the Bermuda Triangle, while others attribute this to the current Gulf Stream.
Well, couldn't a wormhole just be compared to the black holes in space?
Same thing. Wormhole is a black hole.
Okay, I'm just saying.
It's the same thing. It's just you're using a synonym for it.
Yours is the same thing.
Producer Albany, you're going to gain yourself a new seat here soon.
What else you got, bitch?
Wormholes is so far fucking out.
It's not that far. It's not that far.
Water spouts. Water spouts are basically like a tornado.
Oh, shit! Water spouts! Okay, I'm with you. Keep going.
Water spouts are basically a tornado in the ocean. They have been seen in the Bermuda Triangle. During this water phenomenon, water from the ocean is sucked into hundreds or thousands of feet in the air. It's a tornado. In addition, water spouts in parts of the Gulf Stream moves along the edge of the Bermuda Triangle, which can lead to high waves, which could easily capsize boats. These waves hit absolutely no warning at all and can be hundreds of feet high. Waves at height would be able to knock planes out of the sky, flying close to the water. If you're running low, it could happen. When you factor in water spouts and giant quickly forming waves, and you factor in the possibility of hurricanes as well, you see a lot of weather scenarios that could possibly spell disaster. So basically, that theory is taking all the crazy sense out of the triangle. You're trying to blame weather anomalies. Cold air, warm water mixing together, causing tornadoes in the water, large waves. Large waves take out ships.
Yeah.
Take planes out of the air. And again, explains the real reason why you would never hear anything from a vessel, because they didn't know it was coming. And for anybody that doesn't know, water spouts can happen on a bright, sunny day. It doesn't have to be raining or hurricaning. So they're kind of piggybacking the hurricane idea, because we heard a lot about the at-sea ones. You heard ships that possibly sent into a hurricane or the tail of a hurricane.
Yeah.
That kind of now includes everybody, because you got hurricanes are kind of lumped in with that, so that kind of jumps everybody together. A hole in the planet's electromagnetic forces. Now we're stretching. The Bermuda Triangle appears to be one of the places on Earth where compasses have trouble pointing true north. Where else in the Earth can you go and the compass spin? Isn't there somewhere in Egypt you can do that?
It's Egypt or Antarctica. One of the two.
I think Antarctica. I think you're right about that.
It's one of the two, yeah.
Places like the Gobi Desert are well known to cause compasses to malfunction. Likewise, they are also active in the Bermuda Triangle. Many people have reported strange occurrences with their compasses like in the triangle throughout years. While it doesn't always happen to cause pilots and sailors to go significantly off course. Basically, if they can't navigate on the compass, they're lost.
Gotcha.
And you have no clue where you're going because everything looks the same for a couple 100 miles.
Yeah.
Here we go. Human error. Maybe a mix of human error and issues with instruments cause people to overreact, which is a very...
that lays pretty solid, yeah.
There's no mystery at all. Some people believe there's no mystery in the disappearance of the Bermuda Triangle. They say there are no more disappearances in other parts of the world, especially considering the triangle is a well-traveled area. So basically they're saying you're looking at a number versus a percentage.
Gotcha.
It's a well-traveled area. It's traveled a shitload. Boats make it through there every day. Boats sink plenty of places that get traveled every day. It is a high-traffic area. That's like picking a 485 or an 85 in Charlotte and saying there's something wrong with 85. All we have is accidents there, and comparing it to 26.
Yeah.
Or, 150, but only from Cheryl's Ford to Denver. You're not comparing apples to oranges there. You're not comparing the same things. Those who subscribe to the theory say it's hard to separate the fact from legend about which certain ships or planes have disappeared, and if more wrecks, they simply statistically explain because of high volumes of ships and planes that travel through there.
Okay.
It could happen.
All right, yeah, I'm with you.
Billy, what do you think the last one is?
Aliens.
There we go.
Yes! Extraterrestrials.
As usual, Giovanni and his group of scientists, which I put air quotes over at times because that guy can literally take a toaster strudel burning as somehow aliens got involved. Aliens have been widely decided as part of the reason they've taken planes and ships back to different planets. So, Billy, we are through all the conspiracy theories, and I want to know, which conspiracy theory do you believe to be the truth? Producer Albany, I'd give you $1 if I had it in my pocket right now to tell you which one Billy's going to pick.
Motherfucking aliens.
Show your work.
The reason I think it's aliens is mainly because, that the fact that
You got nothing.
Like an alien with that busted eye.
Oh.
Wow.
She said with that busted ass eye.
No, I'm going to say Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go with aliens. Fuck it. How the fuck are you gonna travel out in the middle of the fucking sea in this one little fucking triangle? You said 550,000 miles or something is like the...
That's a lot of fucking miles.
Yeah, but I mean, bruh, it's a triangle. You know what's happening?
What?
There's an alien spaceship sitting in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. And they grab what they need, humans and whatnot, send the fucking aircrafts and the ships to the bottom because it's too deep to recover. Take them motherfuckers back up to space. And then anally probe the fuck out of them. Boom.
Producer Albany. I'm proud of you every day, just so you know.
Alex, what is your final thoughts?
You know, after doing this, I'm kind of stuck between three of them, to be honest.
Okay. Well, pick one and explain your work.
Water Spouts has a very
That's some bullshit. That's
hard course.
That's motherfucking aliens.
Until
that's
you
a
get...
spaceship.
Let me explain.
That's a spaceship using this little orby thing, and that's how they suck up all the people into the thing. So, all right, fine, I'll connect those two. Sucking them up into the fucking spaceship.
Sit down, okay. Felicia. Water Spouts has a fight until you get to the idea that you're going to pick a plane out of 30,000 feet. Water Spouts aren't going to go that high.
Nope. Unless it's aliens.
A hole in the planet's electromagnetic forces, that has an argument to a part. And I'm not very versed in how that all works. But again, I have a problem with it picking planes out of the sky. If the plane doesn't change course, it shouldn't happen. But again, we're talking 1945.
We're all talking all the way up to 2015, 2017 type of thing. Are you getting ready to mix methane gas and...
No.
Okay.
Methane gas, I got a tough time believing. You're really going to have to prove that because even back in 1945, if a plane falls out of the sky...
You're too high up, though. You're too high up.
Well, it's not that. It's the methane gas. You got to have a better argument than there could be gases in the air. There's plenty of stuff in the air. Human air, I think, is very... I think that's a hard run.
Well, you could connect the compass thing to the human air.
You can.
Because as soon as, oh, God, I lost my compass. I don't know how to fly anymore.
And like Producer Albany said, somebody could fly out, think they've gone too far, turn back. Well, then you run yourself out of fuel. You only got just so much fuel.
You could connect that back to racing, too, as to where, you're driving, you lose comms with your spotter or your crew chief, and it's I forgot how to drive.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely aliens.
After doing all the research... I really think there's no mystery at all. I think it's a high volume area. I think if you picked another spot that had that or comparable amount of movement through that area, you would find a lot of issues in that area. It's not a 100% figured out thing. Air travel or sea travel. Sorry.
So you're saying,
travel, period.
You're saying straight up, there's nothing.
No.
It's just high travel, shit happens.
I think it was a story that caught.
Well, that really shows the dynamic between us.
Yeah.
Because you're like, nah, it's normal shit. And I'm like, it's motherfucking aliens, bitch.
Well, you're always looking for a reason to gain aliens. Guys, that was Bermuda Triangle. Like it, love it, disagree with our answers. That's what we got.
Let us know what the fuck you think is the conspiracy of the Bermuda Triangle.
One thing, Producer Albany. What do you think it is?
What do you think it is, Producer Albany?
I think it's cursed.
Cursed.
Oh, wow.
She thinks it's cursed, like voodoo cursed or alien cursed.
I don't think it's alien.
She doesn't think it's it. It's all right. I'll talk to her later. She'll understand. It's alien cursed.
Right. Totally.
Anyway,
so that's the Bermuda Triangle, guys.
Thank you, Alex, for bringing that topic to the table. As a dude of the two who enjoys a brew, I enjoyed that topic very much.
You are so done.
I was trying to mix it so it sounded good.
You are so done.
Let's get straight to our brew review on the Pojo IPA from the Primal Brewery.
In Huntersville, North Carolina.
In Huntersville, North Carolina. Shout out if you want to sponsor us. They've been brewing since 2013. Alex, straight off the bat, I want your can art 1 to 5. What do you think? 5 being this is fucking the best I've ever seen. 1 being they could do more work.
I'm gonna give them a 4.6. I like it.
Yep.
It's something different. It's fun. Obviously, producer Albany went to Lowe's Foods, her favorite place to shop.
She's very good at finding beer for us.
And, it's a cool can. It's got a lot of art. This is one of those where you went really specific in details, but you didn't do too much. I like it. It's not the best thing I've ever seen, but, if I go somewhere and I'm in the beer store looking for beer and I see this again, it's going to go, yeah, I I recognize that.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's a pretty cool can. It was fun to look at. It's definitely, the image has got a lot going on in it. So I'm going to give it a 4.6.
You said 4.7, but we'll go
4.7. Yeah, 4.7.
Okay, so what's your taste on it? 1 through 5, 1 being I could drink this once I'm super fucked up. It's the last thing I got to drink. 5 being I would drive to 10 different grocery stores to get this fucking beer.
I'm going to give it a 4.3. Taste not bad. It's definitely an IPA. It doesn't have the kick that I'm used to with an IPA. It was like you drink and you're like, oh, that's hoppy. And then there's no, it's like a golf swing. You swing through and you always hear about having to finish to get the right swing. It's like you got midway through and you just kind of laid off and just didn't do anything at the back end.
You didn't shank it, but you didn't send it.
Yeah, your initial swing was good, but your follow through just didn't seem to finish it. It didn't have a hard kick. For somebody that likes IPAs but doesn't like the kick in the ass, it's great for you.
Yeah.
But for somebody that likes the hard bitterness and the kick in the ass, well, now you're kind of coming up short. Again, not a bad beer. I would drink it. I mean, if it was something on the shelf and I was in the mood for something, I said, you know what? I'd drink it again. Yeah. And I'd like to go over there and see what else they got, because I think they're on the right road.
Yeah.
So, Billy, talk to me about can art.
Can art, I'm going to go a 3.8. And
Really?
The only reason I'm going to say a 3.8 is because they did a very, detailed, it looks good. Lost me a lot in the purples, because it was it's green and then it's brown and then it's purple. Then you got this blue. So in the purple and the blue, you lose the blue. That's a table.
Yeah.
That's a table with a damn candle and stuff. And then
literally, I didn't see the candle and everything until you said something.
So,
and there's stuff on the table.
Exactly. And then the purple, it's just kind of all mashed together. So I lose a lot in it, and also they just did the logo on one side and the same logo on the other side. I really like the cans that use the entire can.
Yeah.
And it's just all this huge logo.
Yeah.
So for me, what did I say, 3.8?
3.8.
Yeah. I'm going to go 3.8 on that.
Gotcha. Talking about beer.
Taste, I was heavily surprised by this beer.
I mean, you went through it.
I honestly, yeah. Shit.
And you're making a mess.
I honestly wasn't expecting what I got. As we discussed 3 times in this podcast alone, I expected for the 2013 started brewing, and I really expected them to pack in the fucking hops on an American IPA and really destroy it with hops. And I was like, God damn it! I really didn't want to sit there and just fucking get that humongous hit of the aftertaste with the hops.
Yeah, it's got an aftertaste.
They did a really, really good job at smoothing it out on the backside.
Yeah.
This beer didn't change for me through.
No, the consistency
stayed very solid. Yep. Definitely was darker than I expected, but didn't give me that super dark taste.
The can confused me when it said it was a light color and it came out dark.
Yeah, so that was definitely different for me. I'm actually going to score this one pretty high because I'm super impressed with how young this brewery is and what they've been able to accomplish as far as it goes with, an IPA, putting it in a 16-ounce can and like we said, this is probably made for a tap.
Probably.
And I would bet you this beer on tap is a 5.5. Over the 5 mark.
Really?
I bet you on tap this beer is amazing. Based on the can.
Yep.
I'm going to give it a 4.9.
Oh, wow.
Because I couldn't get enough of it. It was
good.
I drank hard hit of hops.
Yep.
smoothed out on the backside. And I was like, that's the type of beer I like. I like that hard hoppy hit where I'm like, whoo, yeah. And then it just like dulls itself out and smooths out. And I'm like, well, no, I want that fucking hop again. You know what I mean?
It keeps pulling you back in for more.
So, yeah. So that's what I give it. Can art and taste.
Yeah. I like it.
We got some static. Our board is not liking us tonight.
Yeah, it's playing around games.
It'll be all right.
We're all good.
But that, guys, obviously is our fantastic podcast.
We got a brewski of the week, bud.
I know. I'm just saying
Again,
that closes that part of the podcast.
The beer reviewed. Primal Brewing out of Huntersville, North Carolina's
Sponsor us.
Pojo IPA.
Sponsor us.
You want to give it a try? Give it a try.
Sponsor us.
Billy wants them to sponsor us. If you're listening, sponsor us.
Sponsor us. Please sponsor us.
So, Billy,
Subliminal messaging.
what does that put us into?
The Honorable Brewski of the Week. Now, I actually have a nomination.
What's your nomination?
I was going to nominate my boy Casey, man. He came in clutch tonight.
He came in clutch. I like it.
And he's super excited to hear this episode, so I think sending it to him would be pretty rad. But it's your choice tonight.
I'm going to go with Casey.
You're going to send it to Casey?
I'm going to give it to Casey.
All right.
He came in clutch. We asked for aeronautics
input, and he came in clutch, and he is very excited to hear the episode. So, Casey, you are our Honorable Brewski of the Week. What next?
Producer Albany.
I'm like slightly...
What's next?
I'm slightly intoxicated.
She's not even listening.
She's not. Oh, we do that, don't we? We do that. I said do.
You said do.
Guys, you can check us out everywhere that you get your podcasts, whether it be Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, fucking YouTube. If you're not subscribed on YouTube, and I know some of you motherfuckers aren't, there's no way we got...
call them motherfuckers.
Oh.
You are not Samuel Jackson.
Sorry, mother truckers. Look, I know we have like 700 followers on Facebook.
Follow us
but we only have 63 subscribers on YouTube. We got to bump those numbers up, okay? We got to bump those numbers up.
You are so done talking.
I'm just saying Wolf of Wall Street. You don't remember?
Yeah, but that was not even close.
He was talking about jacking off, but I'm talking about YouTube subscribers.
He said a lot of things in that conversation.
There was a lot.
Cocaine use.
Got to bump those numbers up.
Those are rookie numbers.
But guys, again, you can check us out everywhere. We're definitely trying to boost up this YouTube. We just hit that platform just a few episodes ago.
Yep.
So if you can definitely go like, subscribe, comment, do the whole fucking 9. You can call me a motherfucker. I'm down with it. Just make sure you subscribe before you do it.
Yep. Guys, if you want to send in any topics you like, you know about, you want us to talk about.
Would you rathers?
If you want to just send us an email, send it to
Twodudesandabrewpodcast@gmail.com or
Messenger on Facebook, text us. Fuck, I don't know. If whatever platform you find us on, send us a message.
Just fucking find us somewhere, motherfuckers.
It'll be cool. A couple shout outs. Zach Fowler Racing, great partner of the podcast. We love him having on board. Won the Thunder Series championship. Also, Intercept Your Lunch podcast.
Woo, you about lost it.
I had the opportunity to sit down and talk to him at the Daytona 500 going into that a couple weeks ago.
Make sure you check out that episode and all the other episodes. It's really great, guys. He goes over great content within 30 minutes or so, about as long as a lunch break. And it's fun. And that is a fun podcast to listen to, and it's quick. Make sure you check out the episode with Alex for sure. And I'm definitely going to be on one of them soon. I'm just telling you.
Oh, I can work that out.
You fucking better.
Again, Zach Fowler Racing on Facebook. Intercept Your Lunch podcast on Facebook. Other than that, Billy, I believe we're about done.
You may take us out.
Take us out.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. This has been Two Dudes and a Brew podcast. I am Billy.
I'm Alex. And producer Jordan. Producer Albany.
We will check you guys out later. And always remember, cheers, my guy.
Cheers.